1, 2, 1, 2. Man, welcome Black Campaign Trail. Ain't been on here in a minute. Monday, motivation, October 28th. Campaign Trail, my campaign trailblazers. Man, you see the topic. As for my people, there's some biblical talk, even though we ain't really getting into no Bible. I just thought this was real interesting. You know what we're going through right now with so many of my He-Man macho, extra tough guy, getting in their feelings about voting for a president and really getting emotional, talking about that, I'm tripping if I'm not voting, or I'm tripping, or anybody is tripping if they voting for a orange man, over a sister, and they claim to be Christians. So you see the title, it's a clip out of Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 3, something, 3, I don't know exactly. Isaiah chapter 3. It say, as for my people, not all people, as for my people. And this is talking about the real Hebrews, the children of 400 years slaves. As for my people, children are their oppressors. They're oppressed by children, and women rule over them. So if you're a Christian, according to that, it seems like that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And for us macho men that's supposed to be so masculine and so tough and this and that, for us to be pushing for our woman to rule over us, or our women to rule over us, that's already super suspect. That's not the man's nature. That's not the man role. And it just reminds me of just that whole little Bible story. Like, because a lot of this is coming from my brothers that claim there's no disrespect, but they claim that they believe in the Bible. Man, I just don't get it. Is it just for convenience, or is you really, do you really believe that? You really believe that, you should vote in this people's system for your sister to rule over you? Your sister's going to rule over you. Is she really going to rule? Or is that just a mannequin, just a figurehead? Would she be ruling anything? Was Obama ruling anything? Why are you emotional? So I'm just trying to speak your Bible language for those of y'all that believe in Jesus, believe in the Bible. It's saying Isaiah, as for my people, descendant of slaves, chosen people of God, 400 years, descendant of slaves. Children are their oppressors. And you can take that a few different ways. You can take it like they produced a generation that's so wild and uncontrollable that they oppress their own parents, or you can take it as racial. The baby race on this planet are our oppressors. This children race, the most Johnny come lately, recessive people that's ruling us, and that was ruling us for 400 years, that have oppressed us for 400 years. They're children to us. So that type of children is our oppressors, and women rule over us. So I've looked into that, and I've seen some other little clips, and I wanted to kind of read them off to you. It said this is in the same chapter. It said, the Lord says, the women of Zion are haughty or proud. The women of descendants of slaves now all of a sudden are proud and haughty, walking along with outstretched necks, flirting with their eyes, strutting along with swaying hips, with ornaments jingling on their ankles. Therefore, the Lord will bring sores on the heads of the women of Zion. The Lord will make their scalps bald. Damn. Is that not describing our sisters to the T, especially with all these weaves and all this other stuff? Ain't that something? Children are our oppressors, and our women rule over us, and we voting for our women to rule us. This is not sexism. Because it's not like she claiming to be, I'm talking about Harris is not claiming to be in LGB or whatever. She actually chose a man. She's married to a man, and a Jewish man at that. So if you sign up for that, then you believe in that structure. You believe in that, the husband is even though he playing his role like he's so first gentleman playing the back seat, but we know that's how undercover bosses do it. They act like they employees, but they just close enough that they're gonna tell you what the heck to do. You know what I'm saying? For the public, it's gonna look like you running the show. In private, he running the show, him and his people. But us, how we see that, those of us that's melanated males, the sons of Zion that was raised by single mothers, that we was taught to obey their feelings, obey their emotions. So now we think we're taking up for our mama, you know what I'm saying, by pushing this Harris business. You pushing against your own nature. You pushing against the rules and the codes and the chain of command, against your own belief system, which is the Bible and the Christianity. Not saying that, women ain't qualified to rule, but they ain't supposed, according to your belief, they're not supposed to rule over men. They're not supposed to rule over men. And real men, real Christian men ain't supposed to be pushing for that. So, who we gonna go by? Or that's Bible talk? We don't believe in the Bible. It's just when it's convenient. But to me, that also represents this. Let me see. Trip this. Remember in Genesis, this shows how we've been turned into punks. Talking about the males. And when the woman saw that the tree, this is in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve and the snake. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit and did eat and gave the fruit also to her husband with her, and he did eat. Right? And then when he got checked by the God, the man said, the woman who you gave to be with me, God, she gave me of the fruit. She gave me of the fruit of the tree and I ate. He started trying to blame it on her, right? Like how many of the punks that to today, you know what I'm saying? And this is just my opinion. This is strictly my opinion, campaign trail. Any man that's going to be pushing for a woman to rule over him, you know what I'm saying? That's a scammer, a freeloader, a pimp, a punk. That's just me. This is my personal opinion. Because your nature, your manhood nature ain't even supposed to be comfortable. You don't even supposed to feel comfortable, leaving that type of burden or responsibility or job or role on a woman, or let alone going to vote for one. Going to vote for one who ain't married to one of you. And you doing it emotionally just against the orange man. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible to me. That's incredible. But it reminds me of how, we really suckers for the box. We really is suckers for the box. I'm talking about, that's what women is ruling over us with. It's not just mama issues or whatever. It's the box. We scared to put the law down. We scared to upset the box, even though it's, it's supposed to be a whole human being and a whole soul and a whole valuable, priceless companion attached to the box. But we ain't looking at it like that. We just want free box. We just want to keep the box, happy so we can have access to it or whatever. So we think. But if we propping up our own women to be rulers over us, they ain't even gonna want to give us no box. They don't even, the box ain't gonna respect you no more. You don't even get the box excited. But you think, y'all thinking y'all are by supporting that. Now, if you stood up like a man and put the law down and went to war with who you're supposed to go to war with, and we put on our role, we put on our pants and fulfilled our role, then they wouldn't even want to be that. Why would any woman want to be the president over men? Did that sound right? Did that sound natural? Sound normal? Why would our sister, any one of our sisters, naturally, by their very nature, want to rule over their own men? Did that sound right? Sound like something going on. So a couple of days ago, they had this rally, you know what I'm saying, in Houston, and they brought out Beyonce, and it was a whole bunch of drama on that. But I'm seeing more and more that the whole theme of this sister's candidacy is this: reproductive freedom. Reproductive freedom. Trust women. Trust women. It's strictly gender based. It's strictly sexism and unfortunately racism. They playing the sex card, the gender card and the racial card. Free reproductive freedom. Reproductive freedom? Freedom to do what regarding reproduction? Because if a woman is the only gender that can get pregnant, and once she's pregnant, she's free to get herself pregnant. But that's not where the freedom thing come in at, is it? Because if you get pregnant, then nature is going to take its course. You don't need to be free to do nothing other than not reproduce, right? So it ain't reproductive freedom. It's termination freedom. It's termination of reproduction freedom. Why won't they just call it what it is? Why won't they just say directly what it is? And why is this candidate, that's her number one cause that she's pushing for? But like I said, the dudes is punks. You know what I'm saying? Instead of checking the woman when she biting off something that she ain't supposed to be biting off, we say, well, the woman did that. The woman did that. Now, well, you supposed to be an authority over the woman. But hey, as for my people, children are the oppressors and women rule over them because we let them. Women rule over them because we let them. And those who lead you cause you error and destroy the way of your path. Those who lead you. So who's leading us? Who's leading us to vote for the woman to rule us? Who's doing that? Who's letting us do that? You know what I'm saying? All my tough guys, all my fellas, right? So clearly, I don't care about how you feel. My job is not to worry about how nobody feels. My job is to call out the natural laws and chain of command realities as I see them. And that's why nobody ever wants to hop on a live with me, sane, at least, sane or sober, because they don't want no parts of the reality. So my people, children are the oppressors and women rule over them. What sane woman or what sane man wants his woman ruling him? Women rule over children. That's their natural authority. They rule over children. They're the best teachers. They're the first teachers by nature. They patient, they kind, they sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Women are the best teachers of youth, right? Are women the best rulers over men? Are women the best rulers over men? Can anybody give me an answer to that one? We may as well, ruffle the feathers, right? It's the campaign trail, and we campaign trail blazers. We may as well ruffle these feathers. It's Monday, getting closer and closer to the election. We seeing more and more propaganda, more and more push, enforcing and flooding of these certain things in our face. And I'm seeing more and more dudes that I used to respect that's getting all the way into their emotion bag. You know what I'm saying? Believing in the system and apparently believing that a woman is supposed to rule over them in this system. So this is for you. This is for you. There's a StreamYard link. Pardon me. I just want to hear from some tough guys that think that I'm tripping, you know, that no matter what this orange guy's bigotry or alleged bigotry or racism or whatever, you know, that I think that that sister is going to do a better job. I think that she is a sister to us, and then that sister is going to do a better job at that role, at that position than he is, than he has been, that he has done on his first term, or that he would do with this war with Israel and Iran and Ukraine and Russia and all the stuff that's coming up right now that whoever is the president going to have to deal with. I would love for anybody to hop on here with your brother on the live stream. Give me your thoughts, especially if you disagree, because I absolutely don't agree. I'm with the Bible. The Bible suggests that the women are not supposed to rule over men. You know what I'm saying? And especially in Satan's system, we're supposed to be coming out of that whole system altogether. Come out of her, my people. Be not partakers in her sins and her plagues. Is Planned Parenthood a sin? It is a sin to do that? Anybody want to speak on that? Solomon Devrel Israel. Get on the live with me. I just put the link on the chat. I won't repeat your comment. I posted it up so that people could see it. But if you don't have a heart to get on here and ask me that like a man, like a Hebrew man, then we had nothing to talk about. But as for my opinion, the sad part is that you actually are uninformed enough or uneducated enough to actually keep trying to make something like that an argument. So if you knew anything about Islam, then you wouldn't even have said that. So hop on the live. That'll be the new content. We can turn this whole subject about me and you. let's discuss that comment that you just posted. I love that, because that's really what our biggest problem is the people that, you know, feel like they know better and they produce better, and that's the reason why we not together and we ain't united, because you understand or you interpret the scriptures better and all that good business. Hop on here with me. What up, David? Salute, David. Yeah. Watson Compton, Hub and the Dub. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Bible, what is this? Isaiah chapter 3. It say people, I'm just gonna read a little bit. People will oppress each other, man against man, neighbor against neighbor. The young will rise up against the old, the nobody against the honored. A man will seize one of his brothers in his father's own house and say, "You have a cloak, you be our leader. Take charge of this heap of ruins." But in that day, he will cry out, "I have no remedy. I have no food or clothing in my house. Do not make me the leader of the people." In other words, these dudes is punks. They'd rather have a woman be the leader. They say, "Jerusalem staggers. Judah is falling. Their words and deeds are against the Lord, defying his glorious presence. The look on their face testifies against them. They parade their sin like Sodom. They do not hide it. Woe to them. They have brought disaster upon themselves." And then it say further down, it say, like I said, the Lord says, "The women of Zion are haughty, proud, arrogant, walking along with outstretched necks, flirting with their eyes, strutting along with swaying hips, with ornaments and jewelry jingling on their ankles. Therefore, the Lord will bring sores on the heads of the women, and the Lord will make their scalps bald. Have y'all seen what our sisters look like under them wigs and them weaves? Do you know the biggest booming industry among Black women is weaves, right? But do you know what they scalps look like under them wigs and them weaves? Anybody wants to hop on? Where you at? What's his name? Solomon DeVrell. Where you at? Waiting on you, Solomon. Wise. That's a wise name. Let's see if you wise. If you wise enough to hop on with your brother and talk instead of type. But as for my people, not all people, man, you gotta go. I called you out. You didn't show up. That's lame. I ain't say nothing about typing. I just typed it. So anyway, this is the character of the people that oppose, especially if it's males. If you fall into them categories, either you too weak like Adam and you try to say, it's the woman that you gave me, God, and the woman should be the president, over the orange man, or you extra tough, extra, Bibled out, and you won't hop on with me and talk like a man. Let's talk about it like I requested. I'm on a live showing my face. You still typing, then you gotta go. Jim Brown, salute. Yeah, that's easy rules, right? If you disagree on the live with me like I am. Don't type disagree. Don't text me. Don't text to me when I'm asking you to talk to me live and show your face and voice like I'm doing. And then you don't even want to argue about the topic. You want to argue about, if you coming out the Old Testament, why you, man, knock it off. But back to the main subject is why are we so, and this is rhetorical, I know why, but why would you, if you're emotionally attached to supporting Kamala Harris as president over you, to rule over you, and you're a man, you're a Black man, as opposed to Donald Trump, who is a man, and he's actually conservative, meaning that he's following the basic nuclear family laws of nature. He believes in a man and a woman is the only marriage. He believes there's only two genders and they can't be switched up, and all those type of things. He got way more of your beliefs than she do. He's not for abortions. You know what I'm saying? Even though he is, out of his own mouth, if it's a case of RAPE or inbreeding or health, he clearly said that, yeah. But everybody's going to put the extras on it and lie and say, he going to lie. He going to say some extreme stuff. They going to lie and say some extreme stuff. But who is the media forcing on us? Who is the media forcing on us? Yeah, I expect each candidate and candidacy to lie, but who are the extra liars? Who are the extra propagandists that's trying to force one particular candidate on us? And it's the mainstream media that's doing it. So anybody that the mainstream media forces on you, what should you do? And anybody who the mainstream media forces you to dislike and forces you to say that you should hate or that should be your enemy and you should reject, what should you do? Just because they supposedly look like you, say they supposedly represent you. Who said they represent you? The media. Because ain't nobody in the streets can vouch for old girl representing us. So who gave you that leader? Who said that was your sister girl like that? You know what I'm saying? And then I got some people. I had a conversation with one of my rap peers. I ain't gonna shout his name out. Salute. We had a brief little argument saying that so you will vote for a bigot, a racist, talking about the orange dude over a Black woman. Like, what makes her a Black woman? Black woman, like what? Ain't that kind of racist? Like, so that's her qualifications that I'm supposed to vote for anybody just because of that, you know. And then we got on the subject of the certain aspects or elements of the small cap community, right? And then he was like, "Nah, my children went to school with them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never did nothing shit. If anything, the ninjas is the biggest enemies. I ain't never had no problem with the small caps. You know what I'm saying? Like some of my best friends, I was like, nigga, they ain't your best friends. They wouldn't even deal with you unless they was making money off of you. No, so, you know." And so we was going back and forth. So then I'm like, you know, by that same logic, if you can say that they're more of your brother than the ninjas that you grew up gang bang with, and you know, then how you just gonna pick Harris as your ally? Like that's the best pick over Trump. You just said ninjas is worse, you know what I'm saying, than the small cap friends that help you make money. And I'm like, that's a lie. Show me what they have done for you other than, you know, you helping them make money. Even if they social circles or whatever, it's eventually to help them make money. They ain't split their bank account with you. They know they owe reparations. They know we ain't never had no reparations. They know we owe, each one of us is owed 40 acres and a mule. Have your small cap homies split their bank account or split their properties portfolio with any black people? No. Okay then. So don't try to run. That's my sister girl, especially when she chose one of them as a husband. She didn't choose you. She didn't choose one of us. So you can't just be conveniently picking when it's convenient to say that, you know, a white person is better than a black person. But then, you know, when your feelings is involved, when I'm telling you that that's all cap, that's BS. That ain't our sister. You know, so Trump can't never be better than her because what? If it was somebody else running, yeah, it'd be no contest. But we talking about her versus the orange man. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't vote, period. So I don't care how you feel. History and current receipts prove which one is the lesser of the two evil, which one is qualified and which one ain't, which one got a history of keeping us out of war for 4 years, whatever tactics he used, whatever bigot, racist, whatever tactics he used, calling other countries ish hole countries, and is you know, calling whatever his rhetoric was. Compare that to these 4 years that we've been under his brother, somebody that's even more qualified than her. She wasn't even elected. She wasn't even nominated to be running for the office. This was because old boy Sleepy Creepy, you know, Weekend and Bernie start really Weekend and Bernie in, so he couldn't continue. So, and then they had like $300 million locked up in that campaign. So if she didn't run, it would have to go, you know, it'd be lost and go to somebody else. So they like, nah, we need them 300 M's. So you have been nominated, you know what I'm saying? Not by the people. The people didn't nominate her. She didn't go through no qualifications or whatever to run for that. That 300 M's nominated her. Them campaign funds that was sitting up in them coffers in that treasury is what nominated her. And y'all don't know that. So that's what that's what I'm on. Right, Davey. Yeah, club. I didn't see that. I seen Trump on Joe Rogan. Man, I need to watch that. It was like 3 hours long almost, but yeah, you know, I should watch that. I ain't, you know, I'm gonna watch the Club Shay Shay with Kamala Harris when I get off of here, maybe. But what did y'all see? More of the same? Did y'all see any wisdom, anything that made you feel secure about her ruling you? You know, did y'all see anything? Did she say anything, you know, that won you over? That made you feel confident? To the candidates, people, no issue with them speaking to her. Yeah, Black Symphony Beach. Yeah, that's just It's just lame. Once I call them out, you know what I'm saying? If they want to talk, then we can talk live. This is a live. The whole point is to talk live to benefit the people, especially if you know God better than I do. If you know the Bible and the Torah and God and how prophecy is being fulfilled, if you know that better than me, you absolutely ain't supposed to be texting to me, typing to me. American Negro News, it was more cap. Man, I feel you. I feel you. More small cap. More cap from the small caps. Yep. I'm gonna still watch it though, because at this point it's just entertainment. I personally think, but like I posted up the other day, that I think Trump will be the one that sits in office because he fulfills the beast, that head whose head was wounded but did live. Out of all he been through, physically being, attempted to be deleted, and his campaign being smeared, his name, his character assassination, all that they did to this dude. He ain't no way that all of that should have killed his political career. The fact that it didn't, and he suffered all of the wounds to his image and still living and beating her in the polls, to me, that's the head of that beast that got wounded and did live. So I think he gonna be that guy personally. What up, Ed?
Hey, peace, Cam. Peace, Cam.
Peace to you, bro. What's your thoughts, man, on this?
Hey, man, I was just, I was wondering why nobody was jumping on, because, to back you up, because, you dropping jewels. I guess brothers too wrapped up into that football game tonight. But
Oh,
with you spitting facts, man. You know, uh, us as men, we just done got too weak behind the box, man. You know,
yeah,
and it's done brought us to an all-time low. And and as far as this Trump Kamala Harris thing, man, it don't matter who get elected. The small hats and the elites, the ones that's making the calls, that's calling the shots, and they putting the squeeze on us. But I guess niggas are smoking too much weed and just partying and bullshit. Do you even recognize and understand what's really going down and how it's gonna go down, man?
man, I 1,000% agree with you on that. And sadly, it's people of our generation that sold us out like that. You know what I'm saying? That's used as these little piper magicians to keep us distracted, keep us partying, you know, piper and herding us to the polls to vote for this or to vote for that. They got to pull out all
Right.
these celebrities and all these entertainers to make us do something. You know what I'm saying? It's all BS.
Hey, you can, sad to say, man, you can buy a nigga for cheap, man. You know what I'm saying? You can buy a nigga for cheap, man. We you know what I'm saying? We selling out for trinkets, man, for crumbs, man, for chicken feed, man. You know, we still have our heads held high, talking about we living our best life, man. We're not even living, man. We just existing, man. This is
Man,
not life, man.
yeah, man, you hit the nail on the head. And really, if it was, like you said, if it wasn't for vices, if it wasn't for alcohol and weed and whatever kind of little pills and whatever we doing, we can't even face reality. We can't face
Right, man.
reality sober. That's how you know we weak and we done fail.
Right, man. I mean, like you said, it's our generation, man. And it's sad, man. Like, damn, man. Like, I guess they never listened to that never again or that Made in America or that
They
Paris, the
they
devil made me
did.
do it. Y'all been dropping the jewels for a long time. I guess nigga just ain't listening, man.
No, they listening. They just rejecting it. That's why we doing it to get the blood off our hands, so they can't say they didn't hear. They heard it, and my peers
For sure.
especially. So I'm
For sure.
if they happy without us, I'm happy without them. If they happy choosing the beast side and choosing to be a little puppet or a little magician, fruit pie magician for Pharaoh, then I'm happy with them being over there.
Right. That's exactly what they doing too. That's exactly
Mm-hmm.
what they doing too. But I didn't jump on and run my mouth too long because you dropping the jewels. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say this, man, real quick. Man, that niggas better man up. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no voting, marching, chanting is not gonna bring no type of change. Throughout history, there's never been real change without warfare. Okay,
That's
without
right.
bloodshed. That
Man,
nigga gonna better man up. You think this devil ain't got this got this shit booted and suited, ready, set, go? Man, like I say, niggas too full of that, that party and bullshit, chasing behind the box. You know what I'm saying? A woman not gonna save you. I had a cat at work the other day bragging about how this woman go to the shooting range and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, bro, you done already lost, man. Ain't no woman gonna save you, man. A woman not built for warfare, man. She not built to, like you was going to earlier. They not built to rule, man. They too emotional.
They're not they're not built to rule men. They built to rule children.
Right. You're right. Right. They built to rule children, man. Okay.
Yep.
Under their husband, under their men. You see what I'm saying? But they're not built to rule, man. They shouldn't usurp authority over no man. I know I ain't never been like that, and I ain't gonna be like that, man. You might as well cut my head off, bring me to the guillotine before I bow down like that, brother. I know it just sounds like talk, but you know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm ready for it because it's inevitable. It's gonna come.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's right around the corner, man.
Yeah, and we've been, life been hell for us from the beginning. Like we ain't never been spoiled and pretty and getting benefits because what I'm saying, we always been the target and the most hated, most wanted. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know nothing but this. But those of us that get like a little fame, a little money, get comfort and some little luxury, and then we start acting like females. We get too comfortable and get weak and soft and start,
man. Yeah, I ain't. Hey, man, just like I keep my circle small, man, because niggas is just weak and soft, man. Just this shit is really disgusting, man. Like for real, man. Like it's just, I'm ready for the changeover, man. Whether it come bring death, you know what I'm saying? Like death is better than this, man. I don't want death, but if it come to switch it over to flip the script, man, then so be it, man. That's just what it is, brother.
Man, well, much love, man. Much respect to you, Ed. I'm right there with you, bro.
All right, man. I'm gonna chime in. I'm gonna keep listening, brother. Stay up, bro.
Man, you too, bro. Peace. Salute. Ishmael Wilson say the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said Trump would be America's last president. Yeah, he did say that. So we about to see. Dr. JR, you gonna get on here with me today? You said you didn't know how or something yesterday or the last time we was on here. Tracy Burns. Oh man, thank you, Tracy Burns. Much love, much love. Thank you, Tracy Burns, for the Cash App. You heard it right here. I got it right here. Greatly appreciate it. Dr. JR, Dr. Junior, you gonna hop on the slide with me? Oh damn, I didn't post that. I wanted to post the StreamYard link. StreamYard link. Excuse the cussing. I couldn't control that because we live and we talking man talk. It's locker room talk. I'll be trying to preserve the YouTube standards, but hey, man, I can't cut off real men when they saying real things. So we cuss. It's locker room talk. Pop out of sailor mouth sometimes, but if y'all can look past that and not hold that against us, the majority of the followers of this channel, Digital Soapbox channel, is like 95% males. So this is how we talk. Elmatic, man, walaikum salam. Elmatic in the building with the wrench. Tune-up master's here. He gonna tune y'all up. If I'm asking y'all to hop on, y'all don't hop on. He gonna wrench you up out of here. Maybe for good. So be careful. I'm here to talk. We here to communicate, not just a one-way street monologue. I want dialogue or trialogue or quadalogue. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Jamila, walaikum salam. I see you, family. Yep, we back on the campaign trail Monday, motivation. Just talking about children being our people's oppressors and women ruling over us men and how we have to be weak. We've been proven to be weak to even be pushing for a woman to rule over us instead of the orange man. Men understand warfare. Women, unfortunately, do not. And you're going to see that soon. You're going to see that, especially our women. If this is supposed to be our sister, you have absolutely no clue of what you're supposed to do during warfare. And just the fact that you have to rely on military generals and chiefs and advisors or whatever means you don't rule nothing. You don't run nothing. You hear Trump, he talking about he fired these generals and he fired these generals and the people that was responsible, the army generals responsible for the Pakistan, pulling out of Pakistan that way, they should have been fired. Like, men have a certain type of mentality and ideals, you know what I'm saying, for rulership and governance and warfare and law and law enforcement that women don't have by nature. They just don't have it. So for any men to be claiming to be men and pushing for that verse, that Bible verse, as for my people, children are their oppressors, the baby race are their oppressors, and women rule over them, like the punk Adam in the garden with Eve, instead of checking and putting down the law. He said, it's the woman that you gave me. She gave me the fruit and I did eat. He kind of low-key trying to blame it on God instead of blaming it on his weak punk for the box self. We doing the same thing with this voting thing. I would rather be independent. It's no disrespect, but I would rather be independent. I would rather abstain and just do what I've been doing before I vote for a woman to rule over me compared to an orange man to rule over me, when all we know is, these orange type of people, these so-called bigots and all of that, that's all that been ruling over us. The woman is just a figurehead. If she, just like Obama, the first black president, he didn't do nothing. He didn't rule nothing. He didn't even say the word black. But as soon as he got out of the office after 8 whole years, then he wanted to say the brothers, and he talked rapping Eminem lyrics and all that. Get the hell up out of here. And y'all falling for it. He didn't do absolutely nothing for you. Matter of fact, did the worst. Deleted our number one ally in Africa, destroyed the African Union in Libya, pushed the rainbow thing, didn't do nothing for us, and then got the nerve to, after he out of office and he can't help us at all, they're gonna tell us what we better do. We sexist or we racist or something like that if we don't vote for Kamala Harris. And y'all going along with that. So if you a man and that's what you going along with, then you deserve exactly what you get. I hope she do win. So when when we find ourselves in the condition that we will find ourselves in, because it's going to happen either way, whether she win or Trump win. But if you claim to be a Christian, like I got this Bible verse, then you know something about the prophecy of Pharaoh, the conditions that he had to be hit with before he let us go to the promised land. Let us go worship our way in our own separate state and territory and land like they gave to Israel. That came from 9 or 10 plagues by a God, not by voting. It wasn't 10 votes, 10 extra vote plagues that got us reparations and shit. Stop claiming to be a Christian. Stop having a cross around your neck. Stop acting like you really with God or whatever, and you ain't. You with the devil. You with the Satans. That's your God. That's your friend. That's who you believe in. That's who you trying to fit in with. You're not trying to separate. You're not trying to exit us. So my job is to call it out. My job is to call y'all out. You're not with this. You're not with this God that you claiming. We are. You know what I'm saying? We are. So that's why I'm be on here just on my little soapbox. Salute Big Steel. Salute Glasses Malone. Salute MC8. Salute Doggy Diamonds Digital Soapbox Network. I got my little soapbox, every weeknight, 10 p.m. East Coast time, 7 p.m. West Coast time. Just on here tooting my little horn until the Lord tells me to be quiet, because it's Lord business. It's not rap business, even though I know how to do that. I'm going to get on that. I'm on that. It's not politics business. I don't give 2 cents about that, but this is what my people is being distracted and got their feelings all the way into. So I got to speak that language. Yeah. So that's what I'm speaking. I'm speaking the facts. But I'm always one way speaking. It seems like I'm always talking just directly one way street because nobody wants to get on here and I'm talking about nobody that opposes me. I want opponents. I want y'all to check me, correct me, shut me up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with some receipts, hit me with some greater wisdom, hit me with a greater organization, with a greater track record of success. Hit me with something. Because if all you can do is say, I got more money than you, I got more money than you, or more fame than you, okay, well, yeah, the Satan's print that. That's what Satan's use to deceive you. You're supposed to have more money. You know what I'm saying? The wicked had more money than Jesus, your Lord. Jesus wasn't balling. His own homie sold him out for 30 pieces of silver. So obviously they wasn't balling. They was poor if he would do that to his own master. So your money don't mean nothing to me. G from the Bay, salute. What up, G? Brother Kemet, salute. So that's all I'm on. My people, children, a baby race are oppressors, and women rule over us because of the box, because we are too weak for the box. It's the nature of it. You know what I'm saying? Men know by nature that the woman was created for us. It's not good for us that we should be alone or single. You will never hear no real dude say, "Man, I'm finna just be abstinent, man. I don't need no women. I ain't dealing with, like, what's wrong with you?" It sounds just as crazy for women to say that. But in this world, that's what your presidential candidate is pushing for. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that. It's girl power, it's sisterhood. All you need is your sisterhood. Okay, good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck with that one. Because we slipping on the box because we know the value of the organism, the human, the soul, the companion that's attached to that box. We want help. We want y'all's help and support. That's the only heaven that the man will ever know, especially the black man, descendants of slaves. Our only heaven that we will ever know in this life is in a woman, in our woman. So if our woman is not heaven, then they hell. So it really ain't no motivation or no inspiration for us. So no matter what, it's war for us. We have to go to war to get control over our own roles, to get control over our own nature, to get control over our own women. Yep, control. Janet Jackson, control. Because you can't respect or protect who you cannot control. And when I say control, I mean righteous control. I ain't talking about those trolls, slavery or whatever. You have to control what you love and who you love. You have to control your family. You have to control it. You heard of air traffic control? Have you heard of any type of that's there can be no peace, no law, no order without control. Now, if you think that you free or whatever, and you want to be free from the laws of nature, and I don't have to be under nobody control, yeah, well, then we will leave you to your own lawless devices, your own freedom devices, and we'll see how far you get, especially as soon as this people that fattened you up for the slaughter and gassed your head up snatch that rug out from up under your feet. So that's what time it is. But we slipped. We males, weak males that was mostly raised by a single mother, black single mother, we slipped and started worshiping the feelings and the emotions of our women. Like that's the right thing to do. We was taught by our first teachers that their feelings are more important than anything else. They taught us happy wife, happy life. They taught us if you make a woman cry, you're evil or you're bad. They taught us all of that. It's cool to leave a black man and you don't have to submit to his natural authority over you or his own children. Our mothers taught us that. And we don't realize we've been poisoned and programmed by tainted love of our own mothers, our own single, bitter failure at being a woman, at being a wife, black mothers. So now we're stronger physically and more headstrong. If they can put that weak emotional program in our head, then we're going to go act it out on each other. And now you want to bang, you know what I'm saying? I want to bang on dudes that don't believe in women ruling over them. Well, good luck. Good luck. Good luck with that. It ain't going to be no gray area. It's going to be no misunderstanding with me. You're going to know exactly where I stand, and any real men going to stand like I'm standing. Any real women going to stand on what I'm standing on. Real women don't want to rule over no damn men. They don't want that. They don't want to worry about the stress of going to war and all this old, having casualties under their watch. Their minds and their hearts is too sensitive for that. They'll get ran over. They'll get ran through. They don't want to see no gore or no warfare. Knock it off. Knock it off. That's only something we built for. But we weak for the box. We slipping on the box. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that life is hard. We know that these burdens and heavy, leadership burdens fall on our brains. That's our role. We know that's our role. And we know that the woman is supposed to be there to help us to deal with those stresses. She ain't the one supposed to deal with it head on. We are. And then we supposed to come back and get that box reward and get, nursed back to health and energized to go out there and do it tomorrow. And then the next day. That's what their job is. But you giving them the pants, you know what I'm saying? And now you're like, man. But because we so weak and ignorant, talking about the males, we don't want to disturb, Adam didn't check Eve because he didn't want to disturb the access. He didn't want to disturb the access to that pleasure, that only heaven that he was going to know. Because he had a hard job, you know what I'm saying? There's already wild animals and serpents and snakes and enemies and devils that already exist that he got to deal with every day. So he needed a helpmeet, somebody that represents beauty and pleasure and, all of the comforts, whatever that, that you're looking for somewhere else. You find that in a woman. Women like sunsets and scenery and decorations and all that. Dudes don't like that. We like women. You know what I'm saying? We could just look at a woman, you know what I'm saying? That's all a decoration, a sunset or Hallmark card that we need. The women is built differently. They look for something else out of life. What they want out of life is not what we want out of life. So to let or to promote a woman to rule over us is I got to be careful with what I'm saying. It's totally out of what Obama say, unacceptable to me. Totally unacceptable. And apparently to the Bible, you know what I'm saying, where it say, as for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. That means that's not what the Bible wants. The Bible don't want women ruling over men. The Bible wants women ruling over children. That's where they're at their greatest and their strongest. They prepare children to rule, to become adults. They don't rule over men. They're not supposed to rule over men. You know what I'm saying? What can you teach me? I'm stronger than you. What can you teach me? You know what I'm saying? As far as rulership, warfare. You can teach me something, of course, as a teacher. That's why the best teachers in school and grammar school, of course, is women. They are masters at teaching, people that's younger than them, that's youth and children. They are not masters. They are not the teachers of men. Men are the teachers of women, and women are the teachers of children. Let me say that again. Men are the teachers of women, supposed to be, and women are supposed to be the teachers of children. Women should be the teachers of girls, their daughters. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by children. They don't have to be your own children. Women are the teachers of anybody's children. They're the best teachers of children, period. They're not the teachers of men, period. They're not the rulers and the bosses of men, period. Why do you want to call yourself a boss? I'm a boss. What does that mean? Is that a new word for single failure? You know what I'm saying? That I don't know how to submit and cooperate or find a man, a good man. I don't know how to do that. So I'm just going to call myself a boss of my own single choices. I'm just a boss of failure. What are you a boss at? Money, business that makes you a boss. Where was money when God created the heavens and the earth? Where did money play a role at? There was gardens, there was fields, there was animals. You know what I'm saying? Where was money at? What did money have to do with anything that you call yourself a boss? What are you a boss over? Who are you a boss over? You know what I'm saying? That's just a pretty word for failure. If you're a boss, that's just a pretty word for I failed as a wife or I failed as a mother. A boss. Who you a boss over? Your children? That's, ain't a woman finna be bragging that I'm a boss over my children. So you're bragging about how you relate to men in the world. Like a man can't tell me what to do. A man don't want you. Shit. He don't want you. And he don't want to have to tell somebody like you what to do. Because if he do, then you're not the one. That's why you're a boss chick. You're boss over business or something. You don't have a family. You don't got a man. Your business is your man. How many of y'all seen that? Am I lying or am I talking to somebody? You don't have a man, so you have to immerse yourself in your business, in your career. You are a failure at being a wife or finding a man or keeping a man. You're a failure at that. So you have to keep finding something that you can say that I'm a success at, which is getting money. Prostitutes get money. Satans get money. That's not success. Success is what do you do with the natural human being mate that you was created for? What do you do with your womb? What are you doing with your womb? What Kamala Harris say that you should do? Was she saying for freedom, reproductive freedom? That's what you're doing with it? Yeah. So that's why, they're not going to hop on no live with Brother Cam. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to get too real and too hot. And that's why they turned down my little censorship. They didn't hit me with the whatever, the 1-2, which I'm surprised it took them this long. But as you get closer and closer to this election, I think it's a week left. So they putting the tight reins, the censorship reins on anything that's going against Harris, that's exposing stuff like this, what we talking about. Because I don't vote, I'm not voting, I won't, but I'm talking. I can talk, and I got a memory. I was falsely accused, especially during the pandemic, of being, part of the problem because I wouldn't take the Fauci juice. And I was accused of being part of the problem that we in this condition because I wouldn't vote for the lesser of two evils. I wouldn't agree to cooperate with y'all emotional deception of getting the orange man out of here so you can put this pasty character. Like, that was even worse than this one. That's why I would never go along with y'all foolishness, because you thought that this pasty dude was better when we clearly seen his track record, his political track record, and his vice president choice, political track record, and her husband choice. To see my people do that clearly said, as for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. They have totally been destroyed for a lack of knowledge because they chose to ignore the laws of nature. They chose to ignore it. They chose to get high and to get drunk and to party and chase dudes or chase girls or dudes or diddy parties or whatever. They chose that over the real cause, the real warfare, the real struggle, which is us. They don't love us. They love what they can get out of us. They love how they can manipulate us. They love how they can use us as tools, you know what I'm saying? And slaves and Duracell batteries. They love how dumb we are and how quick that we'll pay money to have them constantly distract us, to have them entertain us, to have them help us escape from reality so we don't have to face the real hell and the real enemy and the real warfare that we're supposed to fight our way out of. No, just distract us, just party. It's party time. No, it's party time. It's not war time, it's party time. All right, nigga. Just party up. It's party time for you. It ain't never party time for me. So you party on up. Y'all enjoy these games, these Olympics, these Super Bowls, these World Series, all this old stuff that you see Satan lifting these people up. Man, can y'all see that? Man, can y'all see that? The very characters that you heard me speaking on is no coincidence. It's no coincidence. They know what I know. They know why I've been saying what I've been saying for the last 2 or 3 months. And they are catapulting these characters up, higher and higher. The bigger they are, look at Diddy. The bigger they are, anytime this enemy fattens you up like that, anytime this enemy props you up and lifts you up like that, what do you think their next plan for you is? Anybody that's black, especially if you're a black male of America, and you in bed and doing business with this Satan enemy, and they prop you up and they support you and they promote you to such a degree, what do you think they're doing that for? What was the purpose of the Roman circus or the Roman, Olympics? What is the purpose of Olympics and sports games? Especially during a time of war, during a time of wrath, God's wrath, the end of a certain system of things. What do you think the point is? Right? So my job is just to do what I'm doing, take these little David and Goliath, little smooth slingshot stone, throw them out there. They're going to land where they're going to land. They're going to hit who they're going to hit. It's going to do whatever it's going to do. So it ain't about money, because America, the US dollar is worthless. America is over, they say $30 trillion in debt. They over $113 trillion in debt. America will never recover. America will never recover. But who's telling you that it's going to be all right? The media. Who's telling you that you should vote for this and vote for that? The media. Who's telling you your enemy is this, your enemy is that? The media. Who's telling you that your best friend and your freedom fighters and your black leaders is Hitler and anti this and anti that? Who's telling you that? The media. So, when I seen the Malcolm X movie and it said the Malcolm X movie, the Malcolm X movie, or I seen Netflix and it said the Netflix, or I seen CNN and it said, I sent TMZ and okay, well, you're thoroughly deceived by the devil who deceives the whole world through the media, because we worship the media. Well, shit, if it's on TV, he must have made it. He must be successful. It must be official because he on TV. You ain't on TV. You just mad because you ain't on TV. I'm mad because I'm not on my open enemy who I've been exposing for the last 34 years. I'm mad because I'm not on his TV. What was I doing this for then? If I wanted to be on his TV, why am I going against him for 30-something years? So he could put me on his TV? Like, that's ninja logic. That's ninja logic. Ninjas gonna ninja. No, you want to be on it. You want to be where I was. I was already there. I already was there. They didn't make me. You know what I'm saying? The people that you worship didn't make me. So the people that you worship can't break me. But watch, like I said, the people that they have made and that they promoting, your biggest celebrities, Diddy was just the beginning. You see all the big names of our generation that's attached to that. You hear the chatter. You hear some of the names that Cat Williams shouted out early this year and said they're going to be exposed. You know what I mean? You heard it. I don't care if you was at his party or not. If you still in bed in another way, if you in bed with Satan in some other way, it's you gonna get it too. You ain't never have to have been at a Diddy freak off party in your life. You in bed with Satan in a different room. You in a different party. You got a different deal with Satan. That he fattening you up for the same type of slaughter. You know, if he make you that big, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? The harder they fall, and they falling because America is falling. So I just like to observe. I just be thanking my God that I was used to say certain words and certain people's names when it don't look popular. It don't look like it's correct. It don't look like I'm correct on that. Just like y'all didn't think Diddy or R. Kelly or whoever else, Bill Cosby, y'all didn't think none of this was gonna happen. We know it already. We know the people. We know the people already. We know the enemies and what the enemies already said and threatened. So you know, our people that's in their feelings be the last to know. They be on the late freight. And the cold part is I'm in it. Like, you know, for those people that don't know nothing about me, okay, cool. You know, I expect that. Maybe it's some youth floating through here trolling, like, who are you? Like, all right, it don't matter. Wherever I am, you can go do your research and you can see who I'm affiliated with and who I influenced and blah blah this and that. But I'm a star witness. Do y'all know any other member or representative of the organization and the leader that I'm a part of? Because I'm trying to be careful not to say some names and trigger any worse than this page has already been triggered. Do y'all know anybody else besides myself that has these qualifications, that has this experience, that's in this field, that has the track record, that has the relationships with these top peers of mine, that's from this organization that I'm a part of, that represents this leader that I represent? So I don't either, because they don't exist. They don't exist. You're listening to him right now. So that can mean absolutely nothing to you. But to 3 people, that means everything. I represent 3 people and more than that, but 3 individuals that mean more than everybody on the planet put together. So my job is just to deliver the messages so y'all hear them, y'all understand them. You do not, I can't stress this enough. You do not have to believe me. You do not have to agree with me. You do not have to do nothing with this information. I can't force you to do nothing. All I can do is deliver this information as clear as I can, as plain, as concise, as potent, as entertaining, you know, or as disturbing, because that's entertaining to me. Sometimes I'm entertained by how I can make fakers uncomfortable and hypocrites uncomfortable. So I get to talk my talk. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not getting paid for this. Right? So what are you doing it for, Cam? Are you just bitter? Like, that's my motivation. I'm just bitter. Okay, I'm bitter then. I'm just bitter, but I'm in good company because my Lord is bitter. my Lord and his angels, the God is bitter, so bitter that it's a war of Armageddon, and it's 7 angels of destruction that's breaking open seals, and that's blowing trumpets, that's causing widespread deletions on the planet to a whole third of the population of the planet is deleted. That's how bitter they are. I'm in good company because it's bitter time. It's bitter time, like Miller time. Yeah. So it's, it is what it is. And it's not going to stop. But now that grace is over and the final call is over, grace is over. So we're going to see the immediate consequences of stuff that we used to get away with. Let me say that again. We're going to see the immediate consequences, and maybe even the full consequences, because grace means that he buffers, he holds back the full consequences of the stuff that we do, but grace is over. So now, not only are we going to see the immediate consequences of the wrongs that we do, we might may see the full weight of the consequences for the dirt that we do. Immediate and full. That's something we're not used to. We're going to know we've been cursed. We're going to know it's God, not the spook fairy tale God neither. We're going to know it's the real God that Cam and them be talking about, that control the laws of cause and effect, control the laws of chastisement or mercy and grace. The stuff that we so boldly do, that we so used to getting away with our whole life, that we thought we got away with. We didn't get convicted. We didn't even get arrested. We didn't get found out. We got rid of the tapes. We destroyed the evidence. Nah. All of them cases is still open. All them cases is going to be filed on in the divine court. All them cases is being called now. Ain't nobody escaped nothing. Everybody that we look up to and thought that they escaped. Well, I know he did this and he did that, but look at him. Oh, you think that just because he didn't get his sentence yet, that you could get away with it? No, I might sentence you immediately, but I'm gonna keep letting him build up his sentence because I want to do him worse than I'm doing you. God is just. He gonna grant us long life and grant us money and riches so we can do the most. So we can justify the full wrath that he intend to give to us, since we rejected him. All right, rejecting expeditiously. To whom much was given, much was required, much was expected. I gave you much more. I chose you over the people of the world, everybody over all your other people that probably deserved it more. I chose you, and you thought you got it because you was better than them. So you start saying that you was better than them. I'm better than them. I'm the king of this. I'm the this because of you. You never said because God. You said because you. Okay, good. Let me keep you rich. Let me keep you living a little longer than everybody else so you can build up your full portion that I got for you, that I'm gonna do to you in front of everybody. Let Diddy be a lesson. Let Diddy be an example. Let Diddy be an example. Because what did he really do wrong? You know what I'm saying? They saying his children, this and that. Okay, he might have been dealt wrong by children, but what did he do that the majority of these freaks in Hollywood is not doing and has not done? They got something on you. They won't even allow you to get certain heights in that world, in the Hollywood world, unless they got something on you. They might not have told you that they got it on you yet. It's just like the feds. When the feds really show you like what the tapes and the recordings they got on you, then you're going to be like, you got to have a whole different spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got you. And since most of these people worship their celebrity image, they can't bear to be embarrassed and humiliated in front of the world. They'd rather die. So since they'd rather die, that means they'll do anything, against anybody. They'll turn on their leader, their former leader. They'll turn on their people. They'll turn on their son, their daughter. They'll turn on anybody because they worship their image. They worship the image that the Satan gave them. God gave them the initial gift, but they turned that gift over and became partners with the devil. And the devil made them false gods with God's gift. And they went along with it. So now they can't bear to be humiliated or embarrassed or exposed for their weakness or their freakness or their cowardice or their lying. They can't bear it. So they'll go along with the Satans. And that's what you see happening right now. That's what you see happening. So of course I'm going to be an enemy. Of course, I can't. This is the worst. Oh no, somebody that's gonna speak on it that ain't got no muzzle, that testicles is just busting out his pants. You know what I'm saying? And he got an axe to grind, or he got, a retaliation spirit or whatever. He's born for that type of conversation. So yeah, man. And once you push people like this to across that line, you can't calm them down. You can't calm them down. I wish I could tell y'all some of the hadith and some of the visions or whatever of, the revelations or whatever, but yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. So grace is over with. It don't mean that you just automatically got to be out of here. You still have a choice. As long as you got breath, you got a choice to choose to atone, to choose to do right and clean up and apologize and clean up what you messed up, acknowledge what you messed up. But they're not doing that. Not saying that they won't. They will. Everybody's going to do it when God let this hammer down on y'all head. When God hit you with these plagues and these curses. And I'm not talking about the slave masters. I'm talking about the Korahs. The Korahs are the slave people that's right up under the slave master, that's rich and benefiting from oppressing or from using or misusing or exploiting his own slave people, ex-slave people. The Korahs, the rich black people, the rich descendants of slaves that's working for Pharaoh. Working with Pharaoh and for Pharaoh. When you see what the Lord, who is a man of war, does to these rich Negroes in the days ahead, as we speak, every day you're going to see something. Then you're going to see that's going to determine whether God actually got grace for you or not, because he got wrath. He got wrath. So he's going to allow the enemy to do what he's doing. It's not that he do it necessarily directly, but he might do it directly, depending on how bold and freakish and exceeding of the limits and over the line we are. He might do it directly, but he's definitely, that's what he made the devil for that function. So he could whoop the hell out of us. Then you're gonna see people wanting to submit after they get destroyed and humiliated. You see how people want to come back home to the brothers. Come back home to their black people, and we so groupie-ish, we don't even really want them back if they not with Satan no more. So you're not even hot no more. You ain't even on TV no more. We don't want you. You washed up. If you ain't with Satan, if you ain't with the Satan media and they ain't promoting you, then we don't want you. Our people so dumb. We only want people that Satan promote. We don't want to hear nothing from nobody like me. People even said that about the minister. Like, I thought he was dead. We ain't heard from him in 20 years. Yeah, that's because the Satan's media ain't promoting him for 20 years. And then once he do come back on, he came back on Diddy's Revolt TV and told everybody don't take the Fauci juice. And then we seen what happened with him. Seen what happened with old Diddy. He messed up and tried to do something righteous, do something good with his freakish life. And that's where it all started. That same month, You know what I'm saying? Or that same year is when them Cassie allegations came out. You know what I'm saying? After he allowed the minister to speak and warn us about the pandemic and the Fauci juice and not to take it, then the alcohol brand that he was in business with started playing cheap like ghetto and start not promoting his alcohol. And then he filed a lawsuit after a year or two. And that same year that he filed the lawsuit, here come the Cassie lawsuit. The same year, it's 5 or 6 months later in the same year. And then right after that, we have what we have right here. It all kicked off because he had the minister on his Revolt TV saying what he said. It's all receipts, all on record. Nobody can prove otherwise. We know it. But still, you did too much work for Satan. You laid down with Satan too much. So if you know anything about the history of the story of Moses and the enchanters and the magicians that used to work for Pharaoh, once Moses showed up and did a certain type of demonstration, then they was like, man, we with you, Moses. And then Pharaoh was like, you with him? You submit, you with him before I give you permission? Certainly, then he must be your teacher who taught you how to do this. So I'm gonna crucify y'all. I'm gonna cut off your such and such and your such and such on opposite sides, and I'm gonna crucify you all together. And that's what they're doing. As soon as you choose Moses over your former master, which is Pharaoh, he gonna make a public example out of you. And those that had any wisdom said, no harm. We pray that our Lord forgive us of the evil that you compelled us to do, Pharaoh, when we feared you, when we was under you. So maybe our Lord will forgive us for the freak offs. But we know you ain't. We know you're going to crucify us. But, you know, the story is being fulfilled right under your nose, and y'all don't realize it. So it's my job to get on here and try to use my English lesson C1 and C2 understanding to make it clear, to paint the perfect, clear enough picture with my words in English to where you understand it. It don't mean you're going to agree. Just because I might be a master or anybody, Minister Farrakhan, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, might be a master in the language of being able to prove the divine prophecies fulfillment. That don't mean you're going to agree with it. So your refusal don't mean I'm not a master. Your refusal don't mean I ain't adequately and sufficiently explaining and proving, you know, these cases verbally. And so your rejection don't affect my grade or my reward. And so that's all. My job is to say what I'm saying, you know, but and it's to your benefit. It's for your benefit. You know, I don't have the keys to lock you out. I don't have the keys to tell you God ain't going to accept you or it's too late for you or whatever. I just got the keys to say what I'm saying. Whatever actually happened is between you and your Lord. Whatever punishments and curses and famines and consequences that you know you suffering right now, that you ain't never suffered from before. You know something is hitting you like it never hit you before, and you don't understand why. I mean, you do because you're hearing me saying this is why. It's going to get worse. All the little weaknesses, all the little crimes of dirt that we was used to getting away with, no mas, no more. No more. We will not get away with it no more. Immediately consequences, and immediately fuller consequences than we ever suffered for that particular type of thing. Test it out. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. And if it ain't hit you yet, do your dirt. Do the dirt that you thought you get away with every day. And see what happened tomorrow. Maybe tonight. Maybe while you're doing it. And see what happened. That's how much the God actually love us, that he'll chastise our ass just to save our soul, if it could be saved, if we would so choose to have to save our own ass. But he gonna sit us down. He gonna put something on us. He gonna have us shut the F up and sit down and have to think about why this happening to us. Why is this happening to it? Why me? Why am I going through this? Why did it hit me? Why did this hit my family? Why? Yep. It's why time now. It's not party time. It's why? How do I get out of this? How do I get this up off me? How do I yeah, that's what time it is. You know I ain't lying. But I'm saying we. I'm not saying you. I'm saying we. So don't get it wrong like I'm Barack Obama wagging my finger at y'all. No, I'm suffering it too. That's why I know what I'm talking about. And I can compare the dirt that I know I did to the dirt that I know my peers did. And if shit hitting me the way it hit me, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. Because I ain't nowhere, is doing no dirt that I used to do. And if this type of little thing that I might not even considered or thought was dirt, if I gotta, be affected, that I know it's grace is all the way up. Grace is over with. Grace is over with. And the sad thing is our women are the target. Our women are the ones that's being the mostly deceived. They're the ones that being hypnotized and programmed to believe that the worst of these type of crimes, which is this Planned Parenthood situation, is okay. That is almost the worst. That is almost the worst of crimes on the list of crimes. That's almost the worst. But they pushing it like it's okay. They pushing it like it's freedom and it's power. It's freedom and it's power. Look at how Satan is using your sister to I can't even say that word, to sentence your soul, to condemn your soul, to curse you like they have been cursed. So you can go down and share in the chastisement and the punishment and the hell that's assigned for them, because you listened to them and made it evil of that level seem okay. That's why I be warning y'all, especially y'all that already participated in some of that Planned Parenthood business. If you're a Black woman, hush your mouths. Hush your mouths. I don't care how you feel, how upset and how emotional you feel like you're supposed to be able to jump out there and accuse any Black man of anything. Hush your mouths. The majority of the inhabitants of hell are women. According to revelations, according to hadiths, according to mathematics and provable, cause and effect, the majority of the inhabitants of hell are women. You don't have to be one of them. But if you think Kamala Imhoff Harris, her whole little campaign topic is okay, which is freedom, reproductive freedom, then you will be in the fire. I promise you. And soon, I promise you. Because if you already did it, then the God and the real judge and his real angel lawyers are already refiling on your ass as we speak. If you know you got that crime and nothing has happened to you and you thought you got away with it, and now you getting behind this particular female acting like that's okay, I promise you, hell for you. The wrath of God, you know what I'm saying, according to the Bible, if you believe in that, because I'm telling you what your Bible say. That's what your Bible say. So who's qualified? Who's qualified to really speak out and condemn and and judge and accuse. Who's qualified? Ain't that what the Bible say? Let he or she that's without sin of the same or greater grade cast the first stone. Why y'all casting verbal stones when you're in a glass ass house? But you never suffered the consequences before. That's why you've been living under grace so much that you got so bold and so haughty and arrogant and proud that you think nothing is going to happen to you, because nothing has ever happened to you, because you don't realize you was living under God's grace. So now he's going to let you taste something. Now he's going to let you taste something. He's going to let all of us taste something. He's going to let us taste the consequences of our past actions. It ain't nothing like getting refiled on when you thought, you got away with something. And then he lets you know, no, this is it. You know what I'm saying? You violated your probation. You violated your parole. You was on parole, actually. You violated your parole, your divine parole. Yeah, it ain't no on the run. No, they know where you at. You can't hide. You're not on the run from God. He just letting you, build up more and more crime so he can punish you that much more. And you have to hear it from somebody. So you hearing it from me. And then once you block me, or I ain't following him no more, then he gonna have somebody else that's gonna hit you with it even worse. Once you start hearing this from anybody, that's God talking to you. You can't say I didn't hear it. You can't say, well, no, I'm unsure if that was really you, God, talking. No, this dude actually said he was talking to you from God. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's a false prophet, and I don't know. Yeah, all right, whatever. You're gonna make your excuses. My job is just to get the blood off of my hands. You know what I'm saying? And keep my own backside out the fire, if possible. Clean up my own dirt. I'm so busy trying to clean up my own act. I can't worry about what the hell you do with what I'm saying. I can't worry about you. I gotta worry about who I'm responsible for. But yeah, this is the campaign trail. We back on the pain. We back on the pain thing, right? Trailblazers by Trailblazers. Yeah. Women rule over them. So yeah, just to finally land the plane on that point. Black brothers, we ain't supposed to have women ruling over us. We're not even supposed to promote women ruling over us. That's already letting you know that we faulty. Our character, our roles is off. We have short-circuited our manhood. We don't know who we are and what we're supposed to do and what we're supposed to want. We think that we're doing good by catering to women's feelings and emotions and gassing them up, pandering to them, simping for them. No, they don't respect that. They don't respect that. They ain't not going to tell you that. They're going to let you play yourself like the simp trick that you are. They don't respect that. They respect people like me that's saying what I'm saying. If you don't know that, then you ain't, nothing I can tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Because the quality ones is going to fall in line. They're going to submit and agree. The quality ones is going to be wives. The quality ones is going to be wives already. That's an accomplishment. That's a success. That's a provable success accomplishment, is being a wife. Being able to find a quality good man and hold a quality good man. I got one. I mean, I'm a man. I got a quality woman. It goes both ways. So I'm fulfilling mine. I'm complete when it comes to that. I'm not off balance. I'm not incomplete. I'm not half of a man because I'm single. I'm exercising my full manhood because I'm not single, because I got a wife and a family. So any argument when it comes to that, just like the woman that you're trying to have rule you, she don't got no family. She don't got no black man. How's she black? She don't got no black children. How is she black? What qualifies her to rule over families? Why would you be pushing for that? Do y'all know the business that we have done? I'm talking about we, just any wise military line organization, but especially the Nation of Islam, why we know how and knew how back in the 50s and the 60s to sit down and come to deals and agreements with the KKK, with the American Nazi Party, with any, white militia type group. And we are enemies. We're enemies. But we know how to sit down and work out deals and understandings and treaties or whatever with enemies. Why don't emotional ninjas that was raised with single black mothers know how to do that? Do single black mothers know how to do that? Do black women even know how to get along with each other? Let alone get along with an actual open natural enemy, a warlord enemy, a beast people enemy? You know what I'm saying? We know how. We proved it to such degree that y'all think we in cahoots with the devils and all that. Well, I guess to a certain degree, I don't know if it's cahoots, but it's definitely an agreement. It's definitely an understanding that we have for each other. I would never disrespect the KKK or the American Nazi Party or Donald Trump or no organization like that if they showed me the respect to be honest with me up front, let me know what they think about us and why they think about it and what they're willing to do with me to so we can achieve the common goal or common ground. We don't want to be around y'all. Y'all don't want to be around us. What the hell do that got to do with emotions? Emotional dudes that was raised by single emotional black mothers don't know how to do that. Only time we know how to do that is, some of us is gang truce. Anybody that participated in any type of ceasefire or gang truce or whatever, they might know something about that. But then here we go. We getting triggered by the emotional love of our mothers, and we see that this woman subconsciously represents our mothers. So we gon' override the blood crip or gang banging peace thing and say, no, this is more important. Our mothers, this woman's feelings and emotions and me supporting this woman to be in power is more important than a man being in power. It's more important than a man, even if the man is an orange man. This is more important. Like, where the hell did you get that from? Yeah, it might be important if it was your government. If we was in our own separate Israel, then we can do something like that. This is not our government, and she don't run nothing. She ain't running nothing. And you not running nothing but your mouth and running our people into a burning house, like Martin Luther King said, integrating them into a burning house. Vote for Kamala because she black. Vote for Obama because he black. The minister told you he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for him just to show a show of solidarity with y'all. I know he's gonna fail. I know he's not gonna do nothing for us. He can't. He told all of us that, but he said vote for him anyway. He told us to vote for him. Not because we believe that he gonna do nothing, just so we can be in solidarity and unity with y'all delusional people that thought he was gonna do something as president. How did that work out? Yeah. So, yeah. That's why I ain't got no friends in this. That's why I ain't never had no friends. I was always people's friend. I was their best friend. I didn't have no friend. Everybody was my friend in this entertainment industry, except for maybe Glasses, G Malone. Maybe one or two people. G Malone. Niggas ain't. It was one or two people. I ain't gonna say their names, but I could say Glasses Malone. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't messing with me. It was not messing with me. I was bad for business. I was bad for Satan, deal with the devil business. You couldn't have a comfortable deal with Satan around me. So they don't want me around. You see these videos, these recent little videos and all the stuff people is putting. I got my new alcohol out. I got my new weed out. I got my new video with strippers and shit, and my new strip club out, and they wearing crosses. They wearing crosses around their neck while they stripping and all that. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to do that around me. And since you want to do that now, so late in the game, when our people can't afford to be distracted or influenced with that type of poison, yeah, now you gonna get me verbal. Now you gonna make me go verbal. You gonna make me get vocal. So I don't care who's doing the Super Bowl or who's doing salute to Kendrick, but who's doing the Olympics, who's doing the World Series, all this. I love it. That's confirmation to me. Like, thank you, man, Allah. He's setting the stage, setting the David and Goliath stage. Immediately, you see how quick? Like, I didn't know dudes and them was gonna be doing that. Like, oh man, okay. Well, let's do it. Let's go. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If this is what you want to push, then this is what I push, and let's see how it works. The book say, wait. Surely I too am with you of those who wait. Let's wait. Let's see. We're gonna see in a few days about the who wins this election, right? We're gonna see after that. So if it's an old girl, then we're gonna see what she do for you and what's gonna happen with these wars and whatever else plans that they got. Because who is our vice president running mate? Waltz. They called him Tampon Tim. Called dude Tampon Tim. Damn, Gina. Not Tampon Tim. That's a terrible little handle. Terrible little nickname. So it's just all estrogen. The game is just rainbowed out. It's just all estrogen that's gonna rule over us, huh? So it's estrogen on one end and bigot juice on the other end, right? Estrogen versus white supremacy, I guess. Is that what they're saying? As though the people that is acting like they are brothers in the struggle ain't white supremacists. So these people that's behind Harris is not, the people that call themselves Zionists, those are not white supremacists. The people that, control the people that run the state of Israel is not white supremacists. Why Israel population is 15 million, but only 3,000 of them is black? If that's not white supremacism or white supremacyism, or whatever that is, why is the state of Israel that we fund by billions and billions of dollars of our tax dollars every year for the last 76 years, why is it only 3,000 black people there out of 15 million? Anybody want to answer that for me? Since the orange man's is such a racist bigot? Because your president that you're voting for is promising and has given billions to that state over there that only got 3,000 black people, and we supposed to be the original Hebrews, right? That's really part of the world that we even come from. It's only 3,000 allowed over there. And, I'm not sure what their class, their poverty class is. They definitely ain't they ain't in government. They not ruling nothing. They not up in there with Netanyahu. Why ain't no blacks in the Israeli government? But the blacks got to pay for it. We got to sponsor it. And our black sister that you want us to vote for is making them a priority when she telling us I ain't gonna do nothing for black people reparations that's gonna only benefit us. You see why nobody wants to get on here with me? I got too many questions. I got too many intelligent questions. That ain't even technical. It don't even require like a college education. It's just basic street dude questions. I know enough basic street dude questions that you still won't get on here with me. Nafisa, peace to you, sis. No, you're not late. Big Harv. Say them Russians and Iran leaders are old school brutes. They make women bow down and really kiss the ring. They will politically destroy her. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, their traditions go back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I don't care what nuclear bombs America got or whatever. Certain things they just not bowing down to. They just not going to respect. You know what I'm saying? But she don't run nothing anyway. Like I said, that's all a mask. It's a Halloween mask. It's a Halloween costume to make these other people laugh at her. You know what I'm saying? While they intend to use their real military to destroy these people, but they want a smiling face, little cackling, you know, just like they had, you know, Obama out there smiling like he was son of Africa and all of that. But you see the real beast, what they did to Africa using his face. So, you know, they know that. We the dummies that don't know that that's the only way, you know, they're trying to use that black woman. They're using the black woman for that. What did they use the black man for? I mean, but you say they're gonna do something different. Y'all believe they're gonna do something, it's gonna be different this time. If that ain't the most abused woman, Stockholm syndrome, no, he do this to me because he loved me. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. He gave me this shiner because he loved me. Yeah. So the last thing I'm gonna say on this, I think, is just like I said, I'm gonna try to land this plane regarding how we males are lames and weak because we are allowing and now promoting our women to rule over us. And that's because we know how hard this life is, and we know that women are supposed to be our help, and they supposed to represent our comfort and consolation and pleasure and beauty, you know, in the struggle, in the war. But instead of fighting against the real enemy, we both have chosen to fight against each other. We don't want to perform our natural roles for each other. Our sisters want to perform that role for the Euro man instead of their own man. And our own men don't want to go to war against the real enemy. They rather go to war against each other, another ninja, or go to war against females or whatever, because, you know, or, you know, so we all fighting the wrong people, but we know by nature the woman looks to us and they so dissatisfied and disappointed because we not fulfilling their, you know, their needs, that our natural role is supposed, we're not doing our natural role, which is supposed to make them feel more secure and more inspired to help us, and they're not fulfilling ours. So we just hell to each other. We're just hell. We're the biggest personal enemies to each other. And then we go siding with the ops. Okay, you don't want me, I'll show you. I'm going to go side with the people that we know destroyed you. I'm going for mines. It's selfishness now. Going for self, not going for kind or for species and for people. I'm going for self. And that is the attribute or the characteristic of the snake, the serpent, the beast, the devil. Selfish individual is about me. This relationship ain't serving me. No, you supposed to be serving him. You supposed to be helping him meet and overcome the obstacles in his path. He don't supposed to be serving you and helping you. He's not your helpmeet, you his helpmeet. But dudes ain't got the testicles to stand on that and tell a female that, because you was raised by a bitter mother that changed the nature and changed the script, changed the program on us. So we grew up into some strong, deep voice gang members and all of that. But when it come down to it, we suckers and punks for women. That's who takes us out. That's who takes us down. Niggas destroyed whole armies, you know what I'm saying? A straight warlord when it comes to dudes. Straight clown, sucker, punk, simp. Loser, weakling when it comes to females. Ruled by females. Ruled by the emotions in the box of females. Cannot be trusted because we slip on the box every time. That's what takes us out. The box. Any woman, you know what I'm saying, that know how to talk that sweet talk, that pillow talk, or, you know, that know how to work that box, got you. Unless you on the rainbow side. And if you're on the rainbow side, then Satan got you directly because now he got, you know, videos and tapes and shit and stuff on you. So if you don't know this warfare, then you're already in Satan's back pocket. So this is what I teach and tell my own sons and my daughters. And this is what I would share with y'all. I'm not teaching y'all nothing. I'm just sharing. We just talking. But this is what I teach my children. It don't mean that women ain't warlords and ain't masters and can't be masters at military strategies and all that. No, we're not saying that. But we saying that you better show and prove. You better prove that that's what you can do. Some females, you know, we grew up with, they knew how to box, they know how to flip, they knew how to hoop. Like, okay, nah, she know how to do that because I grew up with her. I grew up with her doing that. I know she qualifies. She can handle that subject. Okay, so Kamala can handle this subject, this president subject, this warfare subject. Yeah. Yeah. So it's our fault for being weak. It's our fault for blaming God because we both blame God. Both genders blame God and try to use that as our excuse. You know what I'm saying? Well, God, you let this happen to me when I was little as a female and a dude. Well, God is the woman that you gave me. You know what I'm saying? Why did you give me a woman that was going to disobey, that was going to eat this fruit and then give it to me, then offer it to me? Because both of them was green. Both of them didn't have no wisdom. They had instructions. They didn't have no life experience and no wisdom. They had instructions. So now we got the benefit of hindsight to look back on how they messed up so we don't make the same mistake. If we see that this whole thing allegedly got cursed because these two people didn't follow instructions, he didn't fulfill his role and check her when he should have checked her, and she didn't obey when she should have obeyed, then we can do something different. As soon as you get in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, and you see somebody violate like that, you better do what Adam didn't do. And if you do what Adam didn't do and then she still rebel or disobey, then replace her. And the same with a woman. Okay, well, if he don't put the law on you and you testing him, see what you can get away with, and he don't check your ass, you better replace him. Because you wasting your own time. Don't worry about thinking you finessing him. Well, I'm with him already. And nah, you got a punk. You chose a punk. You better try to make the most out of your life and find a real soldier that's going to check your ass, that's going to put you in your place. That's the only way you can be secure. You can only feel secure as a woman if you got a man that's putting you in your place, that's checking you. Then you feel secure. Okay, well, shit, he got it. I ain't got to worry about it. Ain't nothing wrong with getting checked. At least he's there. That means there's security in place. This nigga's on his post. He on guard. You know what I'm saying? He on guard. He on guard against me and my weakness and my little devices, and he on guard against anything else. Like, okay, well, shit, I can sleep. You know, I wanted to get out with my girls and sneak out with my girls and do this, but shit, he ain't having it. So, yep. Police. I don't want to police, but shit, it's police time. It's law and order time. We at the most lawless since it ever been a time. You think I ain't finna police everything I'm responsible for? You out your rabbit ass mouth. I got to control and police and be the authority over everything under my charge. You don't like it, you're free to leave. You don't like it, the door doesn't lock but on the outside. It's not locked from the inside. It only locks from the outside. So when you leave, you left for good. You're not coming back. If you can find something better than this, then by all means, don't waste no more of your time or my time. Beat it, Billie Jean. Yeah, Black Mud, salute. Yeah, no, it's all good. You know, they give you the late notifications. It's all good. Yeah. So this is not anti-women. This is not anti Harris. This is life experience. This is black male soldiers, warrior life experience, wisdom, biblical, divine wisdom, life experience, warfare experience. So if you're a woman or you want to vote for a woman that you claim got greater wisdom and warfare experience with the real enemy, send them my way. Or you hop on here with me and prove that the lady you trying to make me vote for got more wisdom and warfare experience than I do. Or than you do. Shit. Why would it ain't about me? Do she got more wisdom, warfare experience than you do as a black man? So you saying she knows better than you do? She's more qualified to rule you than you are to rule yourself, or than you are to rule her. Great. You stay over there. You stay right over there. You know what I'm saying? But first identify, make sure that, you identify yourself to me. Great. You stay over there. I can't trust you with nothing. That's what it comes down to. Everything is about who you trust at this point. That's why we took the Fauci juice, or we didn't, right? We had to trust somebody. Did you trust them? Did you trust the science? Did you trust the pharmaceutical industry? Did you trust the mainstream media? Did you trust Biden and Harris? Because that's who told you to take it. That's who mandated it. That's who said it was safe and effective and it wasn't no side effects. It's going to prevent infection. It's going to prevent this. It's going to prevent that. That's what they said, right? Who you trust? You don't have to trust me. You don't have to trust me. You just listening. We just talking. Or I'm just talking. But I'm talking based on provable receipts. That's all. Wouldn't you want a brother like me? Wouldn't you want, if you're a female, wouldn't you want a husband like me? Wouldn't you want a son like me? Like, am I like a poor quality person? Like, you just bitter, or you just, who hurt you, or whatever they be saying? Like, would you not want your son to be like me in warfare? Would you want your son to be able to get flossed and finessed and worked by some slick female, some slick Kamala Harris type female, or some orange man type Donald Trump? Do you think that you're teaching your sons better than I've been taught by my spiritual father? Like, that's what I just be wanting to know. Like, if y'all can prove to me that, that y'all got a better path, a better track record, a better brotherhood, better army, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. And that's why I'm sharing this. I not know you got to pay me. This not no Patreon. It's not no Rumble. This is free game, free wisdom, free military science that's not going to be available but for a few more days. Now, I'm not charging y'all nothing, right? It might be hard to listen to. I might be charging you a headache. Shit, I might be making your head hurt. Might be tired of hearing me by now, but that's cool. I'm gonna give you a reason to be tired of me. Nafisa say, I'm anti such and such for president, especially Kamala. She is so off. To me, she probably fits as the president, because the president don't run nothing. If we're gonna be keeping it 1,000, we can't act like the president runs anything. It's the president's advisors and the generals and the economists and the pharmaceutical industries and the lobbyists, and that's who run. The corporations run the president. The president don't run nothing. The industries and the corporations and the institutions run the president. The president works for them. They don't work for the president. Don't get it twisted. So they could put anybody, any little actor or actress in that seat, and they're not running nothing. That's just a distraction, somebody to focus on while the real powers go do their thing and use her face, you know what I'm saying, as the target to do it. So once you see, well, I ain't gonna say that. Let's wait until the election. Let's wait until the election. Salute Black Mud. Black Mud made. We're gonna wait until the election and see what the results are, and see what events take place and transpire based on the emotions of the people after whichever candidate wins. We're gonna see if it's gonna be another January 6th type situation from either side, because we already have seen 2 or 3 deletion attempts on the Orange Man. So it's already up when it comes to that. There's no delusion, there's no secret that's what they want him going. So I haven't seen no attempts on her. I haven't seen no attempts on her. Maybe we might see some. Maybe we might see some. Man, you be hopping on here when I be about to go off right at the 2-hour mark. What up, Black Mud?
Sorry, man. I'm in the Midwest. I work third shift, and I just happen to be off early. My bad, brother.
No, you good. I'm just clowning with you. What's your thoughts on?
You know, I read the
title.
I read the thumbnail, the title, and stuff. But like I said, I literally just got here about 10 minutes ago, man. And I'm just gonna ask something, man. You tell me what you think, man. I completely understand, but again, I'm playing devil's advocate, man. So I'm just trying to throw you an alley-oop. Tell me what you think about this. I'm trying to say this in the best way possible. I mean this in the most humblest way, because I get this a lot myself. You kind of intimidating, man. And I'm not necessarily talking about physically. I'm talking about mentally. You intimidating physically too. I never seen you face to face, obviously, except in music videos and whatnot. But I'm just saying your whole persona. And I'm talking from experience, man, because they say the same thing about me. And the older I get, I really don't like that. When I was younger, I sort of used to bask in it. I mean, but you know, now that I'm older, and I'm just saying, man, I'm saying we share the same type of spirit. Obviously, in my opinion, you kind of above me. So I'm not comparing you to me. I'm just saying our spirits. My spirit might be in the 6th grade, and I would say your spirit is done graduated college twice. If you understand what I'm saying, we share the same spirit, but it's I can understand why people hesitate to get on here and even ask you a question. Not me. I'm just trying to give you something to and you probably already know this, but I'm just saying this for anybody that might be listening that may not have the testicular fortitude to say this themselves. I'm just saying this to you because people have said this to me all my life, and I don't see myself nowhere near like you, bruh. I'm just saying that spirit of intimidation, not for the wrong reasons, but for all the good reasons. Bro, you like Debo. You understand? You like Debo, bro. The real Debo, not the one from the movie. And I mean that sincerely, and I mean that I hope you can feel my spirit from 3,000 miles away. But I hope you're taking this the right way, man. You kind of like, oh, nigga, oh, you like that.
Right.
I don't
I
mean
think,
that the bad way, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't take it that way, but I think I think, you know, as a retaliation, like as a response, you know, if you've been attacked for decades and decades and decades, and then you finally able to defend yourself, or not even defend yourself, but to go on the offense. You withstood and endured and survived their offense against you, and you defended yourself, and that's all you was allowed to do and permitted to do was defend yourself, but you was never allowed to go on the offense and offend those who was offending you. So now that, you know, we come into that season now, you say, like the Bible say, the gates of hell shall not prevail against them, right? That means the gates of hell is stationary now, and now hell is trying to have a gate and protection because something is coming against hell now. You know what I'm saying? Hell was so used to coming at us. So whatever type of spirit or people or hell that we've been through that prepared us to not care about our own lives, because that's what it say, you know, in that day, he who seeks to save his life is going to lose it. And he who seeks to give his life for the cause sake is going to. So that's what, you know, life been hell for us. It's no other. I don't have really no other passion or no other motivation than to go handle that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? And not towards my own people though, but if my own people have put the enemy uniform on, then, you know, I don't want to run through you, but I'm a talk, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
I'm
yeah.
sorry, bro. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. I mean, was you finished? I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, yeah, I was finished, because it really have to do with people that text. You know, I just be calling people out, like, if you disagree with me, if you get on here with me in the right spirit, I'm gonna be your best friend. It's gonna be cool, smooth sailing, even if we agree to disagree. But if you get on here with the accusing and calling names and all that old kind of stuff, then I want to make you an example. I want to make an example out of you. And they know that, and that's like, but they don't want to start it. You know what I'm saying? I still don't be on the offense. I still be talking about whatever I'm talking about, and then they come over here with the goofiness and like, okay, well, get on here then. Let me see. It don't mean that you can't fade. I can be faded. I just don't believe you can fade me. So let's see.
And you know what, man? Again, I don't mean to sound redundant, because this is probably the second or third time you've allowed me into your space, and I really appreciate it. But I don't mean to sound redundant, but I agree with everything you say, bro. You understand? So a lot of times I get on here because I think I feel the spirit of some of the people. You are intimidating. I mean, you're not intimidating to me, and I mean that in the best way, bro.
Yeah.
But I can understand, because I get that. I've gotten that, especially when I got knowledge of self. It just got exaggerated, bro. But damn, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something based on what you said. But suffice it to say, man, I'm on your side, bro.
Shit, I'm on your side. Shit, I don't got no side. Shit.
Right. But you know what? If you on the side, if you on the side of righteousness,
yeah.
And I ain't gonna even go use the big words. If you on the side of the minister,
yeah,
and the FOI and the MGT,
right.
I'm with you. That's what I'm gonna say. But you know, go ahead, man. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's my side. I guess I do have a side. That's absolutely my side. So
yeah, man. So you know, I this is what I want to say. Again, I've only been a fan of the music and the message in the music, especially the message. The message totally altered my life, my thinking, everything. I don't even want to go into that, because I already said that to you before, bro. But you hey, bro, you the real West Coast. You the real West Coast king, man. What you've done in this last couple months that you've been going live doing this, and I've been trying to follow every single one, bro. You the real one, man. And if ain't nobody saying it, man, you chop this up right here. Tell them to ask me. You understand? And I'm talking from a musical standpoint. You affected my life. I've never met you, never shook your hand, never gave you a pound. I'm from Ohio. The closest I got to California was Las Vegas. But I'm telling you, you affected me along with other people that had the same spirit that you have. They may not have the same delivery, but bro, knowledge is one. And when I hear that commonality in the knowledge, I don't care if it's from Chicago, I don't care if it's from New York, I don't care if it's from California or anywhere in between. You and a few other people were the first ones, man. So I understand. I don't understand. I can't even say I don't understand because I do understand, but I don't know where the future is headed as far as the presidency. See, now look, I do know where the future is headed.
Yeah.
So I know where the future is headed, man. But all I'm gonna say, man, because I got so many things on my mind, I'm getting confused. But man, I just salute you, man, for standing on your square, bro. You understand? It's not the way you've done my idol, Ice Cube. He was like I'm gonna compare it to boxing. I'm a boxing fan. I used to box, but I never did anything professional, but I got all the skills, the training, all that stuff. But I'll compare it to Floyd Mayweather, man. You are like the Floyd Mayweather of all our artists, man. You know, bro, please don't stop, man. Please don't stop, man. I salute everything you do, man. And when I say you are more than what you think you are. And I know you will never say that. I'm saying it for you. Because I never met you. I'm in Ohio, man. You in California. And when I say you transform my life, the way I think, the way I walk, the way I talk, you did that. And the fact that I'm sitting here talking to you right now, like I already told you, it's like, but I'm a man first, you know, so I'm talking to you man to man, man. So, but bro, just keep doing what you're doing. Everything you saying, everything you doing, it's hitting home to where it needs to hit. To where the ones that ain't hitting, I heard the minister say one time, I know I'm all over the place, I'm sorry, man. But I heard the minister say one time, the rain don't hit every blade of grass the same way. Something that you may hear or see that may transform your mind into something better, you can share that same experience or that same expression with somebody else the same way you received it, and it'll just bounce off of them. Hence the quote the minister said, every raindrop don't hit every blade of grass the same way. So the way knowledge may hit you or the way knowledge may hit me is different. Some people, they don't even get it, man. You know, and I'm trying to say that without trying to sound like I'm arrogant, like I get everything. I don't get everything. I'm saying, but I thank God that I have common sense and just basic receptive skills. A lot of us don't have that, man. A lot of people just argue just to try to out debate you. I'm not into out debating. That's easy. I can out debate the best of them just with the knowledge I've received. But I'm into coming to an understanding, a one accord, a unified thing. I'm not into out debating people. You know, you can get on YouTube. Everybody's in the out debating, out knowledging. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can do that if you just read Message to the Black Man. You can defeat anybody. Don't even go into the rest of the books. So that's easy to do. But what's hard to do is come to one accord and some type of unified message. We don't have to agree on everything, but the core, there's no way we can disagree with the core of everything, man. Damn, I didn't even realize I've been this long-winded, man. I'm sorry, man.
Nah, you good. You good. I'm listening.
I got what I was trying to say, brother.
Nah, I'm listening now. You know, it was a difference. I'm trying, you know, just like you said, I'm trying to study how to love my people, our people, and then that's how you learn to love yourself also. So that's why I'm just listening, because I love to minister, but I love to minister more than I love my people. But he represents our people, he represents us. But then when I hear you, because the eye don't see itself. Like I'm listening to how you say you see me, or what I'm saying, and it sounds like you're talking about a whole different dude. So I'm saying, I'm just like, damn, maybe it just made me be more careful about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So
The only thing, if I mean, because we about the same age, man. I'm not trying to school you or nothing. I'm just talking to
I'm
you.
a student. Shit, school me.
I'm just
That's how
saying,
you
man.
can school me, by if you're speaking well and you're not combative. Even if you could 1,000% disagree with me, but if you can lower my guard like this by letting me know, like you pointing out good qualities, but now I'm open. Now you can spank me and shit, like saying.
No, I feel you, man. But just from you saying that let me know you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying you like me, and I try to battle with this without taking away from who I am. I come off kind of intimidating. You know what my YouTube channel was about. I'm in the personal and home defense, but I'm not a raging lunatic. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that people are intimidated by some of the stuff that I'm into, but trust me, the purpose of me even doing that is to make people not intimidated. I won't. This is my goal, man, and I know it's kind of against protocol, but my goal is I want us to be able to protect ourselves, man. I'm sick of these people dogging us and shooting us down. And I know you know where I'm coming from. I just hate that we got the spirit of self-hatred, that when it comes to firearms and anything like that we tend to use it on ourselves. I wish, like I said, I wish we didn't need anything like that. But in this day and age that we live in 2024, man, we got to be armed with the breastplate of righteousness, with the Bible verse,
Yeah, no, I'm glad
and
you cleaned it up. Yeah, because
with the breastplate of righteousness and all that other stuff that Bible verse says, in addition to some firearms. Because if Moses came back today, like the minister said a while ago in some message that he said, he gonna need more than a staff. And I'm not saying what I have. I got just enough to get myself killed. I understand that. All I'm saying is we need some type of organized defense, man. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm saying
you saying we as in the nation do? The nation, the NOI needs that?
I'm not saying necessarily the NOI.
I mean, that's what you're saying is, and like I said, I'm not trying to beat you up about it. It's gonna come down to what your faith is, who you really believe in, and what you
Shouldn't have
really.
faith in weapons. I understand that. Yeah, I can't even. That's why I say I'm not necessarily saying the NOI.
But you are saying the NOI. If you're talking about our people, you're talking about the NOI. So anything that you would suggest for the people that's not in the NOI, you are suggesting it for the NOI. We are
Yeah,
our people.
yeah. I don't mean to necessarily suggest that. I just.
I mean, you believe in that as the solution. Unity is the solution, right? So where there's two or more gathered in my name, I'm also there with them. So meaning that the force of Allah, just like the force of gravity or magnetism that holds two or more atoms together to become a molecule, that's the ammunition. That's the arm that has preserved us and protected us for 94 years. It wasn't some piece of metal that the devil made. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And like I said, And I understand all of that. I guess the only
don't
thing
believe it enough.
no, I
I
believe it,
mean,
man.
this ain't bad. This is just brothers talking. This,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm taking it that way. Trust me, I'm taking it
yeah,
that way. I'm
because
just
if
saying, I wish more of us understood that.
it don't matter, like I said, where there's two or more, you know what I'm saying, in his name, that means he is with you. I don't care if the whole world that don't understand is against me. If they ninjas, if they crackers, if they whatever, that part don't matter. It's about who I'm with. It's not about what they with and what they don't understand. It's about what I understand. They
Yeah,
don't dictate my faith.
absolutely. And that's exactly what I believe in, bro. Absolutely.
So, but you're gonna be called on that. You're gonna be called on that, because if the father say no carnal weapons, or we don't rely on the weapons of his enemy, then it's like the minister. Like, you either get out of show business or you get out of the mosque. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we do here. I'm not saying that you can't practice that, or you know what I'm saying, but that's not what we do here. You know what I'm
straight
saying?
up, man. I get it, man. It's I guess I suffer from a lot of trauma and PTSD, man. I done been shot. A couple of
Hey
my friends.
man. Yes,
Yeah. We
sir.
all have. We all have. Especially being, I know you from California, man. But here where I live at, man, I went through a real traumatic situation that I'm really still going through. It just went by. I witnessed a couple of my friends unalive.
But just looking at our face, we look different, right?
Mm-hmm.
We look different because of how we groomed, right? You got beards, you might got earring. I don't know if you got earrings or nothing like that, but
Yep.
yeah. So you got a long goatee, you got earrings. So people won't know who you with. They won't know who. This is part of our uniform. A mentally dead ninja, that's banging or whatever, they gonna know something different about you by your uniform. That's how they identify. This nigga got on red, this nigga got on blue. Okay, this nigga got on a clean cut, clean face. You know what I'm saying? We're familiar with that uniform. That uniform is the Muslims. He must be a Muslim. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's ways to identify yourself, and it's ways for people to be able to identify you without you saying a word, where they not gonna trip on you as like they would somebody else that look like they on the time that these that niggas that's banging or robbing or whatever is on. So it's all military science. That's what uniforms is even for. Uniform is so you can identify yourself and other people can identify you.
Definitely. And
You know what I'm saying?
opposites attract. So
Right.
I understand that. I understand that science too.
Yeah.
But you know what? And this is not to make no excuse, because I used to look like you at one time. I told you I went through the whole
Yeah.
process,
I
man.
understand.
And I'm still a stark supporter, financially, verbally,
Right.
but I'm not nothing like you, bro. I'm in the 6th grade. You your 7th year of college. That's how I
Right.
see it, bro.
No, I mean,
But
but yes, it's still come down to these benefits belong to you. If you used to dress like this, or you used to be shaving and all of that, then you won't feel like you need to rely on that, because you already gonna know, especially once you mix with the brotherhood and you start feeding off of that divine energy of the brotherhood. That's not even the energy you're gonna give off. You're gonna attract the need to use that by the way you think. You know what I'm saying? If I think I need this, then my brain, the power of my Allah willpower is sending out. I'm creating those circumstances that I'm going to have to need this, because I already believe so much in that I need this, that I'm going to create the circumstances where it's going to fulfill my belief. I don't believe I need that. Never since I've been in the nation, 34 years, have I believed that I needed that, and I ain't needed that. I haven't had to use one in 34 years. And I've been around more trenches and more mess than I was before I was in the nation. and I see how they respond. Like, oh, okay, this is real. I don't need this. It don't mean that somebody won't, try to test or whatever, but even the tests don't end up like that.
Yeah, man,
It's gonna come down to your faith. You're gonna be tested on what you claim to believe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can dig it, man. I can dig it, bro. Just you saying it, everything you said, I already know.
Mm-hmm.
It's I come from a family of 20, man. I got 20 siblings.
I'm not saying that you're wrong about nothing. I'm just saying if that's what you choose, then that's what's gonna come with it. It don't mean that you unrighteous, but if that's what you choose, that's what you're gonna create.
Definitely, man. The messenger said, Malcolm passed away how he preached.
Yeah, he became a victim of his preaching. He believed in arms, and he became a victim of his preaching.
And I don't know if it's even possible to. And you maybe you can explain it to me. But I don't necessarily believe in it. I just think we need more than the word, like Moses in some circumstances. And I think and I'm not saying I feel. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think it's intelligent to in a world like this, in a time like this, to seek refuge in the Most High for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and also use common sense.
Right? It's tie your camel, like the Quran talk about taking up arms. Like I understand that, but if you believe in the Savior that revealed Himself and the identity of God after being in hiding for 66 trillion years, right? If you believe in that, then you held to a different obligation.
I know, man. I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It ain't nothing to beat yourself up over, but
It's you know what? When you say that, it sounds good if you're reading it in a novel, but when you know, it forces you to. When you know better, it forces you to do. Sometimes, man, I'm telling you, when I first came into knowledge of self, and I got some years under my knowledge, and I could out debate the best of my circle. Once I got there, I realized that's not it. It's just it's like the most foolish preacher is the one that do all the preaching and don't listen to none of his preaching. And I feel like a victim of that sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I wish I would have never found out some of this stuff, because it puts such a weight on you to do. It's not somebody else's perception of what's right. It's what you know is right. And it puts such a burden on you to follow. It's like once you know you're supposed to look both ways to cross the street, and your ass refuses, you refuse to do that, then you deserve what you get. That's what knowledge is.
Right.
When your mom told you to look both ways before you cross the street, and you refuse to do that, and you run out there in the street and you get ran over, God forbid, by a car or a truck or something, but you had the knowledge to look first.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I got the knowledge. I don't have all the knowledge, but what we talking about right now, I got that. And it's just, man.
The lessons, like I said, that the man that came and we recognize as our Savior and deliverer, he asked the question, what causes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? These are the greatest weapons ever created, the forces of nature. What causes them? What brings them? Right? So the father said, we are the ones that cause that, right? By willing it. So if either you believe he's a liar or you believe he's telling the truth, So if he tell you he can have a stack of atom bombs or nuclear bombs as high as Mount Everest, it won't make no difference. He'll just have them there. He can't do nothing with them against our will. If you don't know your own weapon, your own power, which is your willpower, your God power to will, which is what the gods use to manipulate matter, to slow down atoms and molecules, to make things happen, to cause storms in the sun, to cause tidal waves, to cause rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. That, but if we don't believe that we really have that power, then we're gonna rely on guns or knives or something else, because we don't really believe enough. We believe a little. We believe enough to say, I love that man, or I love this brotherhood, but I don't believe enough to not rely on this and to rely all the way on that. We believe and we love, but we don't believe in love enough. That's all. And we got reasons like that. We got our reasons. We got excuses and shit. We was traumatized. We was shot. We was beat up. We was this. We was that. But yeah, everybody was. So we didn't use that as our excuse. So that's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come down to coming all the way in the ark. It don't mean I'm not Farrakhan. I'm not Elijah Muhammad. I'm still my dirty self, but at least I'm in the bathtub. I'm all the way in the bathtub. So anything happen is gonna happen, in the environment of my military.
Have you just to change direction a little bit, have you are you familiar with Toledo, Ohio?
A little bit.
Okay, so we got Muhammad's Mosque number 91 here.
Mm-hmm.
The minister was Charles Muhammad.
Right.
So I'm real close with a lot of those brothers. I've been to Savior's Day several times. I didn't go to the Million Man March, but I went to the Million Family March, the one after that. But I just never went all the way like you.
Yeah, it ain't even like you making it an event. You making it a episode or a production. It ain't that. It ain't that. Like, if you just went once, okay, cool. I'll go twice. I'll go at my, at my convenience until, but if you know the importance of it, and we at the end of the world, we right at the edge of war and all this stuff, and the minister departure, certain things that's going to drive everybody to the mosque immediately. But if you can get ahead of that, I would get ahead of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the parking lot at a big concert or something. I would already get my place, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's going to be a flood, and I don't want to jeopardize not being able to get up in there and be familiar with the brothers when I had the chance. I'm familiar with you, but you might not be able to catch up with me. If I see you anywhere, I'll be like, oh no, that's my bro. You know what I'm saying? He's straight, he good. But what if you don't see me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
This is your army. This is your nation. This ain't some separate. This is yours. You better take advantage of yours. You better benefit from what's yours.
Yeah, man. I dig it, bro. I dig it, man. Appreciate them words, man. And once again, I appreciate you. I know you don't see it like this. I'm saying this. I know you not saying it. Cam is not saying this. A fan is saying this. I appreciate you coming down under your celebrity status. And when I say celebrity, I mean a celebrity in the eyes of God, bro, and in the eyes of these ninjas. But I'm saying I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to chop it up with you, man, and to speak to you, man to man. I appreciate that, bro. And just understand, it's a whole lot of people like me that support you, support the cause, support everything, man. So don't stop, bro. If you ever around, if you ever around this way, man. Oh, one more thing, man. One more thing. Back during, I told you I had 20 siblings, brothers and sisters. So here where I'm at, we were connected with the Panthers. So, you know, Huey Newton and H. Rap Brown and the brothers that came down this way, they used to live with my family. They would stay with my family when they didn't want to go to hotels and whatnot. So that's sort of what sparked. I've always been around the nationalistic,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
Yeah.
knowledge of self came.
Yeah.
You know, then I began to see where all of that came from. But
Right.
I just wanted to tell you that, man.
Yeah, that's where that foundation, that's where your foundation for this came from.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. And but the difference is my family from down south, so they were always in the hunting and outdoor stuff because they from, you know, Tennessee. I was the only one born up here, up in the city, in up
No.
north, as they would say. So I've always been around it. So when I say I'm into it, not for the gangster aspect of it, I'm into it because it's like a hobby, like basketball, football, stuff like I'm really into it. Like I teach the class, the safety stuff like that. But on the flip side, I completely understand the contradiction with the FOI and what I do. So I never try to. That's why when I first started talking to you, I never tried to connect myself with the FOI, because if you look at my YouTube channel, it's pretty much against. However, I'm a stark supporter, man, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna land my ship here, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you just being patient with a ninja like me, bro. Thank you, bro.
Man, I'm
Thank
your
you,
brother, man. Peace to you, man. Much love as always, Black Bud.
I want to get some of that
Loyal Silver.
Yeah, man. I wanted to get it about 2 years ago or 3 years ago during the pandemic or whatnot. I wasn't sure. I sent you something on Instagram, a video. I don't know if you had seen it, but I sent you a clip on Instagram about the Department of Justice. Did you see that clip that I sent you about Department of Justice?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What's your
It's a
username on? It's Black Mud on Instagram.
It's Black Mud. I don't really post a lot on Instagram. I do TikTok and I do YouTube. Instagram is just some. I do all of it to promote my YouTube. But
Okay.
the story is about did you hear the story about the Peckerwoods?
I'm trying not to. You know, you got to kind of talk.
That's the name, but that's the name of it though.
Oh.
Department of Justice just had a big bus. Check your DM when you go to Instagram. They just had a big bus. They raided this neo-Nazi hate group called the P Woods. What I just said. That's what it's called. And it's kind of funny, but it's they based in California. I'm surprised you hadn't heard of it. But check your DM, man. I sent you I did a reaction video to it, and you might the reaction video should give you enough information to see the whole story, but it might be something you want to check out. They call it the P Woods. They got a whole list of, it's just like another neo-Nazi group like the KKK or whatever, but they just call it the P Woods. That's the actual name of it. Check it out. Check your Instagram, man. I did a reaction video to it. It might be something you might want to talk about or whatever, but it was I thought it was kind of funny.
Man, I'm on it. Well, shit, man. I'm gonna let you do your thing, Big Black Mud, man. Like I said, much respect, much love, bro. And you know, whenever you see me on here, man, you got a VIP. Anything you want to talk about, man, just hop on.
Oh yeah, for sure, Fruit, man. Peace,
right,
bro.
Peace. Harris, I wanted to get to that comment. I just didn't want to cut my bro off. Salute to the bro. I just be listening, trying to understand certain things, trying to find out what I need to do. And but Harris 2820 say, do you believe Trump will stop these wars? Absolutely not. Nobody will stop these wars. Absolutely not. So don't be under no illusion just because I be exposing the so-called democratic, liberal, demonic agendas of deceiving us with Kamala Harris. That don't mean I think Trump is going to save nothing. Trump ain't going to save nothing. No matter who is in the presidency, the seat of the presidency, the wars and the destruction and the fall of America is coming, whoever is the president. So I just don't want no fakes. I don't want no fakes at the end when it's at, when it's time for the end. Deal with, just like Black Mud just said, if it's the Woods, the P Woods, or the Nazis, or the neo-Nazis, or the KKK, yeah, just let's identify ourselves. Yeah, that's not boogeyman talk to us. We not on no emotional boogeyman. We can't deal with like this. It's some Beetlejuice Candyman words that we can't never speak. No, salute. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? How are you, sir? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? What do y'all want? Just like the Muslims. What do the Muslims want? What do the Muslims believe? This is what we want. This is what we believe. What do you want? General such and such from the American Nazi Party, or General such and such, or Captain such and such from the Ku Klux Klan, or whatever. Let us know what y'all want. What do y'all want from us? What do we want from you? This is what we want. So it ain't no monster movie. It ain't no like impossible for us to deal with each other. That's who you want to deal with. If you got any intelligence, if you any type of real warrior or a soldier, you want to deal with somebody that's identifying themselves, that's letting you know exactly who they are, what they stand for, name, rank, serial number, goal, you know what I'm saying, function, purpose. That's what we want. Don't act like you want what I want and like we brothers. All of a sudden we brothers in the struggle. Yeah, we're the Holocaust victims, and we're brothers, and we the ones sponsored the NAACP. We the ones started all your groups, and that's how we show that we're your brothers. Now that ain't our brothers. That don't mean you are, but that means you controlling our organization. That means you the one directing whatever policies, or directing who's our leader and who's our champions. Like, nah. Nope. We don't need that type of friendship or that type of so-called ally. We have allies on our terms, not on your terms. So Trump absolutely will stop no wars. Harris will not stop no wars. Nobody's going to stop no wars. Yeah. And it ain't, as D fair common sense, it ain't even about business. This is not about money. At this point, war is not about money. These wars is not about money now. These wars is about survival. It's about Armageddon. It's about good and evil. It's about God. God is in the warfare. God is on the battlefield now. So this is no longer something that you're going to be able to benefit or capitalize or exploit or profit off of financially. That's over with. That's over with. Yeah. Because the American dollar ain't even going to be worth nothing. These wars that we about to get into right now is what's going to collapse the American dollar. It's going to collapse so-called Bitcoin or whatever you believe currency is going to be worth. American currency is going to be worth less. American currency is going to be worthless. So while you have American dollars, you better convert them into gold or silver or some other currency somewhere else, or buy land. You better buy land, better hurry up and turn them pieces of paper, them worthless pieces of paper, fiat, worthless pieces of toilet paper into land, and just sit on the land. Because if you sit on them pieces of paper, then that's the most wasteful mistake or error that you will have ever made in your life. Trump is not stopping nothing. It's happening whether it's Trump or Harris. The wars are here. They ain't gonna do nothing but escalate. As you see what's going on, the Israel and Ukraine and Russia and Palestine, all that's happening before Trump. That's already kicked off before Trump. And they're dragging America into it. So no matter who, by the time whoever is president, that's why Netanyahu knew to do that. He knew to do that October 7th move a year ago, prior to election year in America. They strategically planned to pull America into this and to strategically do it around election time. Why they didn't wait till after the election to attack Iran or to do the October 7th stuff? They could have waited. You don't got to retaliate right away. Why you got to, why you got to wait till now, the election season? So they knew what they was doing. So yeah, ain't nobody stopping nothing. It's the end. I can't tell you how fast or how swift these particular wars are. That's going to lead to Armageddon. Is going to engulf the whole earth and escalate. But we already in it, because once you're dealing with the Middle East and that whole Israel and Iran thing, that's their last target. Iran was their greatest and last target. That's the biggest, largest group of Muslims, and they different kind of Muslims. They Shia Muslims. They not Sunni Muslims. Saudi Arabia and all that, people that they already in bed with and doing business with, those is Sunni Muslims. Sunni Muslims and Shia Muslims have been arch enemies, for 100 years, with over 1 million casualties between them. So Iran is a different kind of Muslim. Iran believes in the Mahdi. Iran believes in the divinity of Allah in the person of human being. Y'all didn't know that, huh? Iran is closer to, you know what I'm saying? Their belief system is closer to, So they're not having it like that. And I can go, if you do your homework and find out the nations that Minister Farrakhan went to and spoke to millions and millions of people after the Million Man March, when he went on his world friendship tour of the Muslim world throughout Africa and the Middle East, you can find out what he said and the impact of his relationship and his warnings to the people of Iran, and what kind of respect and honor they have for him in Iran. But yeah, I guess we did 3 hours, huh? I mean, that's cool. Any subject, man, that y'all want me to talk about? Any questions before I get off of here? I didn't intend to be on here this long, but when the spirit is present, time flies, so I ain't mad at it. I love spending time with y'all. I love being able to share whatever little thoughts and understandings that I think I understand on whatever my grade level is. I just love being able to share it. I would probably go crazy if I couldn't share it, because it's not meant to be kept to yourself. I have to share it. I want to talk about the Black Panther Party, Third Eye. You can hop on here for a second. I'm only going to be here 10 more minutes, but if you want to get on here with me real quick and talk about whatever about the Black Panther Party that you want to talk about, we could do that. MT, salute. What up, MT? I'm scrolling backwards. Yeah, so it's a whole lot, man, that we could talk about, but I'm trying to still gauge how they responding to this page since I've been talking my talk. I've seen how they affected the page, so I don't want to. But yeah, Black Panthers is a spinoff of the Nation. Third Eye, you got to turn your volume down.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah, yep. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to talk about how the FBI dismantled the Black Panther Party, and really it gave birth to the Bloods and Crips. I made a video about it a couple of months ago, but I listened to a lot of interviews, even personal OGs. I heard that, you know, talked about when the Black Panther was taken down, you know, they really was taking over, or what the Black Panther was doing as far as protecting the neighborhoods. You know, when they took the Black Panther party down, there was no security for grandma walking to the store, or grandpa walking to the store. You know, they was
What year would you say this was?
Oh, this was 1969, and ironically, that was the birth of the Crips in 1969. But the FBI,
But I'm just saying that wasn't accurate when you just said it wasn't safe for grandmothers to walk the street, because the FOI, the nation was still doing that. The Black Panther was a spinoff of the Nation. Black Panther went with Malcolm. They believed, you know, when Malcolm started getting angry because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would not pick up arms and go retaliate against the white police that was brutalizing our people, then that contributed to Malcolm X's reason for wanting to leave the nation and then pick up the arms. Like if you see him by any means necessary in the window, that's once he then grew a beard and goatee and all of that. So the Black Panthers came from that. It came from Malcolm X's defection from the NOI rules of no guns.
yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, like 1969. That's when J. Edgar Hoover deemed the Black Panther Party as a threat to American society. You know, that's when they started to dismantle the Black Panther Party in '69.
No, I'm
And
saying, so what year would you say that was you saying the Black Panthers was established?
I know they was established way before then. I was just talking about when the decline was in 1969, when they went full throttle on the Black Panther Party, when they was on their necks and they started taking them down, started dismantling the Black Panther Party. That gave birth to the Crips, you know. And so that's why I was saying J. Edgar Hoover really, he the one who really gave birth to the Crips and the Blood situation. But
But that's part of, you know, it's not that he gave birth to the Crips, he gave birth to the self-destruction of the Crips and the Bloods, because the same thing that COINTELPRO or J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI did to the Black Panthers, they did to the Crips and the Bloods, because they started off as positive, like you said, community protection for our people, but the same type of agents and drugs and feuding, you know what I'm saying, that they sent their agents to do in the Black Panthers, that got them, you know, going against each other and eventually took out each other, is the same thing that they did to the Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah, and in my video, I even mentioned how the earlier Crips was former Black Panther members. You know, they even rocked the leather jackets. That's why they was jacket for leather jackets. You know, they had the Kangos. You know, all that look came from the Black Panther. I had a couple of fools that tried to argue me down about it, but I was like, man, I done heard it from the streets, man. On you know,
the Black Panthers didn't want to practice the discipline that the Nation of Islam. They used the Nation of Islam's program, but damn, what happened? They used the Nation of Islam's program, but they, you know, it's just like it's similar to the 5%ers. They just didn't subscribe. They didn't want to practice the discipline, the laws and the disciplines of the nation. So they did their own thing. They still wanted to be represented and known as Black. So they still was showing respect to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Nation of Islam, just like in the Olympics with you know, when they did the Black Fist thing, you know what I'm saying? All of that black leather, black, you know, that all represented Elijah Muhammad, that taught us we was Black. He's the one that popularized the term Black and I'm proud. But they just didn't want to do with the discipline. They still wanted to drink and smoke and you know, do what they was doing with the females and deal like this. So that's what, and that was easy for the COINTELPRO to infiltrate, because if you're relying on non-discipline and guns and drugs, then it's easy to wipe that out.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff, man. Yeah, but I was just wondering how let you about that one, man. You know, a lot of people, you know, they feel like, you know, the FBI. You know, I'm like, nah, man, that really was the start of it, you know, from there,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah, they just infiltrated. You know, the Black Panthers, the Bloods, and the Crips all was started as righteous organizations to protect, you know, just on some local protect against the brutality of racist cops and all that type of stuff. So,
Yep.
but since they knew we was into drugs and we was into vices and we was into that, it was easy to send some agents among any of them type of groups and flip them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good talk, man. All right, bro. I'm gonna let you finish your show, bro.
Man, I finished third eye, man. You was the last one.
All right, but I feel good, man.
All right, bro.
All
All
right,
right, peace. Yep. Peace and blessings, y'all. The campaign trail, Monday night, October 28th, trailing. Until tomorrow, God willing, man, y'all know, stay safe, stay righteous. I ain't even gonna say stay dangerous, stay righteous. You know, let's clean up and unite, and let's really deal with the real enemy. Let's get into war. I'm talking about the mind war first. Peace and blessings. Outro.